the pace in Chelsea front line. Neto, Pedro, and Nkunku, right? So he's going to drop back. He's got a 41-year-old keeper and a 40-year-old centre-half. They're going to get pulled in. This is going to be 5-4-1. When I watched the game the other day, Fluminense against... who did they play the other day? In the quarters? Whoever, anyway. They were both playing 5-4-1. There was like two different versions of 5-4-1. But Fluminense, Brazilian version of it is, they'll spread out and play, then they get to the halfway line, and then they drop off, and they pretend they're going to attack, and then they just turn around and pass it back, and they just try and they just keep the ball and try and like suck your press in.
It's going to be a shit game then.
Right, we're live. We're live.
We're live?
Yeah, just...
All right, we're live. God, that was a bit quick. I've been golfing today. We're live. Common Sense Pod. We're watching Fluminense from Brazil against England's own Chelsea in the... What's it called? The International Club World Cup or something like that? What's the actual name of it?
I don't know. Is it the Club World Cup? Yeah, FIFA Club World Cup.
FIFA Club World Cup, which, let's be honest, it's been...
flat.
Average. Should we say average?
I've only seen highlights. I've seen a few games, but I mean, I'm mostly clips seeing the highlights of it, and the crowd's been a bit flat, and the games have been a bit flat, and apart from there's a couple of them, but... it's not impressed me. It's not caught me attention like I thought. I was trying to give it a go at the start, thinking, okay, I'm not really interested, but let's see how we get on. And it's not hooked me in anyway.
Right. I think the idea of it is good. In essence, I think the idea of it, so we can find out who's the best club side in the world. I don't like this January, December World Club Cup that gets played in Asia, where it's halfway through one season and it just feels like it's squeezed in. I do feel this is a better way to figure out, who's the best of the best when it comes to, club sides, for the South Americans, the Asians, obviously the African teams and the European teams, to find out who, where the level is at for the top teams from those continents.
I think in theory it's good, but I'm probably disagree with you on the timing. I think it should be in December or January, and have a 2-week. The leagues have the 2-week, like they do in Germany, but they have the 2-week break and play it in that period. But obviously that doesn't make as much money.
Well, again, it doesn't make enough money, and you got to remember what this is for. This is to raise revenue for FIFA in the fallow years between the major international tournaments. This is a way of them creating it's a month-long competition, isn't it, by the time this finishes?
Yeah.
And obviously it's in America this time out, which will be a precursor to test the stadiums. The big downsides for me are pitches have been shite across the board. And the atmosphere's in the stadium. I know the South American teams have turned up in the numbers and they've given it a right go. I think they are taking it really serious, the South American sides.
Yeah.
And obviously the fan base is replicating that. Where I think the English sides are kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place. It's kind of like the end of the season, but they're trying to manage the pre-season load.
Yeah.
Also, whilst trying to compete, it's almost like a pre-season friendly tournament where they want to win it, but it's not like the priority.
Yeah, it feels a bit wrong that like clubs are now going back for pre-season training like today and yesterday and stuff, and this is still going on. It is technically an end of season tournament.
So are these going to get a break? Like
Cole
Palmer?
Yeah, they're going to get a couple of weeks off
before the Prem starts. End of
August.
No,
the first week of August usually.
No, it's 11. Is it 11 or 10?
Well, saying that. So that's what's that? August. So say these get to the final.
That's next.
What do you reckon you'll get it? They'll get a week off.
2 weeks off, I reckon.
But you got to think now, lads. Look, if you're getting £10 million a season, all right. Unfortunately, you're not going to get much time off. You're just not.
Well, that's what was it Rummenigge who said something along them lines, and he was half right, and I disagreed with it until he said, listen, he said, it's these players. You want to blame anyone? Blame the players and their agents.
Just keep your eye on my phone because I've got a Deliveroo coming here.
He said, blame the players and their agents because they're the one coming to us demanding more money, and we need to get the revenue somewhere. So they can't have the cake and eat it. Said they're moaning they want more money, so we need to get revenue. So this is a £100 million prize pot. So, they want the more money, fine. We've got to go and do these tournaments out of season to get that money to pay the players.
Absolutely,
and he was spot on there in what he was saying.
But also, when you look at basketball, so you look at the basketball lads, and obviously they get paid handsomely in the NBA, the top boys. Yeah. And they're playing every couple of nights, sometimes back-to-back nights. All right, it's not a 90-minute game. The physical output of a footballer is obviously way beyond the basketball player.
Yeah.
But it's still a mega intense sport, and it will need a recovery window. The top players now, let's be honest, they play every 3 days. If it's not Champions League, it's not European competition, it's the latter stages usually of a league or a knockout competition, an FA Cup, or they're playing international football if the teams haven't got a game. The big problem you've got here is injury, burnout, and we've seen a horrible injury the other day, Jordi Musiala, but you can't put that injury down to fatigue. I was wanting, if I'm honest, I thought the pitch was going to be to blame. I was looking at the pitch, but it's not just the keeper with the rush of blood, isn't it? It's just a freak.
It's a freak accident, but still, it's one of them where the freak accident could have been avoided if the game wasn't played. It's like there's
we could have been training the same day.
It could have been. It's just freak accidents, but I mean, still, it's a freak accident. What's happened during this World Club Cup, FIFA, international tournament.
I wouldn't say I'm not massively sold on it. I can see the merit of it. I can see what they're trying to do and how they're trying to do it. And I level with you. I kind of like the idea. It's just like the first of anything. There's going to be teething problems where you'd have to tweak it and fine tune it. Maybe slide the date a week here or a week there. But I actually think there's real merit in it. If they run it every 4 years, and you're getting the best from all the continents who've either won a European Cup or a Super, Copa Libertadores or whatever the Asian version of that is, the Champions League, AFC Champions League, then it is a good way to see, where the power lies in world club football. But on the other side of that, I think they've got to be. I think they've got to be more like, you've got to get more football fans in there. You can't have it in relative new developing football countries like America, where let's be honest, most of the tickets are the fucking day trippers, aren't they? Oh, Chelsea are playing, don't have a clue who's playing.
And they've had to drop the tickets massively, the prices. Have you seen it now?
Well, again, because
no interest in it.
There was no demand, but it wouldn't be, because unfortunately, as much as they keep pushing this, what I keep saying to them, football is not going to be massive in the United States of America. It's just not, because it's competing against basketball, baseball, NFL. They're sports built for TV, for ad breaks and for stop-start and going and having fucking 18 quarter pounders and a fucking load of beers in between. It's not built for fast sports like football. So where it's at now with VAR and all the nonsense they're bringing into football, and you've seen it in this tournament, they're showing adverts as games are going on, because that's their business model that pays fortunes for them. And if you're used to paying for, let's say, NBC for Premier League football rights, then you're going, well, hang on, when we pay 100 million for the NFL or 200 million, we get 20 times the advertising space that we can sell off to offset the TV rights, whereas in football, you can't. But they've started doing it. They've started putting adverts on, but like clipping the football down.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Because that's the only way they can justify. Because otherwise, if there's another sport on there, it's the ad revenue that they're losing out on that they hit them. That's why football won't make the impact on American TV audiences or North American TV audiences that it does in European households. And it's also why I don't think the game will catch on. Because there isn't enough breaks where the fat American fuckers can stuff the fucking fat faces. Fucking obese.
Well, in this Club World Cup, I don't know if you've been watching the streams. I watch it on TNT, so it's an American channel. They have adverts popping up.
That's what you said. During the game.
Well, it's like a little tiny break. Or
it's not even a tiny break.
VAR don't forget, VAR gives them the opportunity to do that. So I think it's, because as Campbell rightly points out there, if you're wanting football's wages to keep going up, and they are, rightly there's going to be a pushback to say, well, hang on a minute, we've got to create this revenue somewhere, and to do that we're going to have to put a camera in your dressing room now, and we're going to have to do, so this is all these things that they're wanting, because they can sell advertising space on that, they can the opportunity for the people who are paying the money to make money has to change, to modernise, to keep pace with the financial output of the modern game.
But they're not even doing it in this World Club Cup. They're doing it in the Premier League next season.
It's going to creep in everywhere.
No, have you seen what they're doing in the Premier League next season? They don't know when they're now doing live interviews for the substitutes when they come off.
Do you know what I mean?
So that's in the Prem next season.
So what's going to happen is you get pulled off, you're going to say, he's a fucking prick. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. What the fucking hell is he thinking taking me off? Right?
You're going to get that,
Well, that... So think how volatile it's going to be. Yeah. Or someone cutting the manager off Because as soon as them players sit on the bench, the amount of times the managers get cunted off or is obscene.
But it's
you see the other lads going, okay, now.
But that's coming in next season, the Premier League. Interviewing substitutes, also live feeds, half-time dressing room. That's going to be nonsense.
It's crazy because the dressing room is a sanctuary for players. It has to feel safe. If you ever get, which you do get in clubs, the fucking maggots who leak stories to protect themselves with the media, which most dressing rooms have got a couple of candidates in. But the problem is when the sanctimony of the dressing room, the trust of the dressing room breaks down. Now, if you've got a TV camera stuck in there, people aren't acting.
No,
and also, what's the problem when you've got your cheese cop-outs and you get in the shower and the fucking cameras are in there? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You want to fucking take your slips off and change your shorts at that time because you fucking got all grass up your ass cracked from a few slides, and all of a sudden you're fucking on national TV with your cheese cop out.
You just can't
do it. Not even in full.
Well, did you see it happen?
Full flow.
It's happened, but not in the changes. Fucking Philip Billen on the he was like fixing his shorts on the bench.
Yeah.
He's like pulled the shorts down and fucking hell.
Yeah.
Down there.
Was it?
Right on Sky Sports. Touching his kneecap.
Was it?
She'll be buzzing.
I'm thinking Igor Biscan done it at the Champions League final 2005. Some video and everyone see Igor Biscan in the background, Bollico just slapping his thighs.
Well, it's the Scholes picture that gets me.
This the problem is they've got to be careful how they tread through it because we do want more. You want to see more access. It is nice as a fan, I think, to see behind the curtain, behind the scenes a little bit. But also, every fucking team now's got its own fucking documentary. Every team's fucking creating content for its own channels. Like, we've never had as much access to footy. I also think there's some things that need to be fucking kept.
Yeah, you're right with the dressing room.
As a sanctuary.
You're right with the dressing room. I mean, that was the one with the Liverpool documentary, and they were doing that before Klopp left, and Klopp said they'll do it, but they're not filming in the dressing room. That was one of his stipulations. They're not coming in the dressing room. Said that's bottom line of that one.
Well,
so you're right that you need to keep. A lot
is going to change. We have to accept that. The world's changing, so there's going to be change in the football thing. But I think we've got to be careful how we do it. Do you know one thing I noticed? We were all at Glastonbury. I must talk about this for the people that were there. Obviously, for me, I was going back to my camping and reading my fucking social media.
5-star camper van off-site.
And I'm looking around and I'm going, this is getting portrayed in the media. Like the way it was interesting for me using social media to see. Obviously, we see a lot of left-wing stuff, a lot of right-wing stuff, but it was interesting being at a left-wing music festival, or that's what it's considered.
It's what it's considered.
Yeah. But and seeing the media and social media, focusing in on certain things that had gone on, and actually being there and going, that's not my experience of actually what went on.
When I seen some of the tweets after, I was genuinely baffled me. Like,
I had to explain.
Some of the tweets towards you actually. Because you're saying you're being at Glasgow and you're like, oh no, you're all woke again now because you went to Glasgow. I have never.
It's nuts.
It's
weird, isn't it?
It's not at all.
This is people who don't go. I have to explain. Someone saying about don't even know the fella's name who was on that stage. Who said
Bob Villan?
Don't even know his name.
That's not his actual name, hasn't he? He's got a triple battle.
Yeah,
he's got a big posh one, hasn't he? Like
Richard Dixon III or something.
We need to get his name right because he's a right Uri Henry by the look of it.
But this is what I'm trying to explain. He was on a stage where there was maybe about 10,000 people there watching because they were going to watch the band after them. That was like probably
Pascal Robinson Foster. There's a very working class name then, isn't it?
That was one of them.
Pascal Robinson.
Like Foster. 1%, 2% of Glastonbury was that stage at that time. The rest of it was fucking most.
Well, and obviously they've all congregated there because obviously they know he's, what do you say, chanted death to the IDF or something. So they know he's pro Gaza. He's anti. Israel,
well,
right?
He was on before that band, weren't he, as well?
No, but what I'm saying to you is, so anybody then who's got it, there was a few Palestine flags on, nowhere near what I'd read.
Yeah.
But like they weren't about. I've seen a few. So what happens is then anyone who, naturally you're going to side towards someone who, I've never heard of this cunt. I'll level with you.
Never heard of him.
I think he's fucking shite.
I've
dreadful.
I don't know who he is. Never heard of him.
He's never had so much good publicity in terms of people being aware of him.
His album shot up the charts?
Well, of course it will, because there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're there, let's be honest, you've got Lucy Conley in jail, a mother in jail for 31 months or whatever. for putting a mad tweet out. It was a mad tweet, burn down, you know, for all I care, burn down a fucking refugee thing or whatever, deleted within the hour. And this fella was given a prime time slot on BBC. How's someone in the BBC not sitting there and just pull the cord out the wall and go, we can't have this on the telly?
But he's got history as well, so how did he not? He's got history of saying shit like this.
It almost looks like this is the thing you have to be careful of, and this is hopefully our views. You have to be careful here, because instantly what happened afterwards, everyone's saying, he's got to go to jail now, he's got to get what Lucy Connolly got, he's got to go, and I'm going, no.
I don't know about that.
No, he hasn't. The fella shouldn't get anything. Listen, he believes what he believes, it's a mad shout. If that's what he believes, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But, you know, unfortunately, in a free society with free speech, you'd have to sometimes listen to stuff that you don't fucking agree with. And there was other people obviously chanting back who agree with him, and there was probably people in the audience who didn't agree with him, but we have to sit there and listen to opinions we don't agree with to uphold as free speech abolitionists, right? If I absolutely believe in free speech, unfortunately, I can't get my knickers in a twist and ask for, well, he's got to get the same as Lucy Connolly because 2 wrongs, then, you know, that makes it right.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, so... And I don't agree with them trying to cancel him. I'm like, that's a classic left-wing manoeuvre and cancel culture of the woke crew. So... I don't get why people who are against them instantly turn to, well, yous have done this, so we're going to tit for tat that, and we want to say... I'm like, no. He should be allowed to say what the fuck he wants. It should have been the BBC's job to pull him off the live feed and make sure he didn't get any extra eyeballs on him that he didn't once they knew he was going, you know, down that path. And also, never heard of him. The same with fucking Kneecap. You've got 2 Irish lads who look Down syndrome. You've got 2 Down syndrome Irish lads, right? And the geography teacher from school who looks like he's probably groomed them, right? That's why he wears the balaclava, because he was their geography teacher. He's well older than him. He's like in his mid. They're absolutely shit. They're crap, right? They're not good. They've got no good songs. They sing, you know, Irish rebellion. Like, go and listen to the Wolf Tones. Go and listen to actual Irish rebellion music. You can listen to it.
Yeah.
You're listening to Kneecap saying all mad stuff. They're like white, disabled, gangster, anti-colony, anti-British rappers who know what no one's asked about. But because they make a big thing of it before the thing and they're trying to cancel them, all of a sudden people are going, no, we're going to go and watch them. Like, the only reason that fella wears a balaclava is because he's outrageously older than the other 2 and he looks like you've got your fucking stupid uncle on the stage with you. Now, when you make Bob Villain, you know, the villain of the piece, forgive the pun, or Kneecap, the villain of the piece, you're giving them way more oxygen, way more publicity than the talent that they've got. Because let's be honest, they're both fucking crap. Musically, you know, you might be into it. I think they're absolutely dreadful. No. What was he saying? You want your country back? You can't have that. Oh yeah, that's great poetry, mate. Well done. Like that's phenomenal poetry. Like the stuff he was shouting, fucking. I'm going, you're shit.
I didn't even listen to it. I've not listened to him. I don't know what that Kneecap. But again,
Kneecap the same.
But you're right in what you're saying is you can't just because you don't like them. There was loads of stuff at Glastonbury that I didn't like and I wouldn't go because there's another fucking 1,000 things what you do like and you go and see and you go and do.
Overwhelmingly, Glastonbury, from my perspective, again was, you know, could have had better headliners. Neil Young was fucking crap on the Saturday night. He absolutely emptied the pyramid stage.
Two songs I was done about him.
Jay Ellis, fault for taking us there. So he owes us 15 press-ups. But on the whole, you get what you need at the festival. It's something for everyone. Everyone's different. There was a couple of Palestine flags mooching about. You'll always get a few woke people in any... If you put 300,000 people together, you're going to get a few people with mad ideologies. I know a few of them congregated and sang for Kneecap and this fucking Bob Dylan or whatever.
But that wasn't Glastonbury.
But on the whole, like, that wasn't... So when I'm coming back and people are going, oh, it was like woke, and I'm like, what are you on about? You weren't there. Firstly, you weren't there, so how the fuck you know? Secondly, you've been shown that on the TV, and I always think, why are they showing you it? So... What happens with these people is they create something and then they want you to get an uproar so that they can lock you down further. Or so everything they do is about something. Why have the BBC shown that? So people get outraged and kick off and try and get them cancelled, and then they go, yeah, well, you know, you now can't have your Lucy Connolly argument where you're locking up people who were protesting in the riots or people who protested the Southport murders because, you know, somebody said death to the IDF on a stage at Glastonbury. Now, Lineker spoke at Glastonbury I can guarantee you, I was going to go and watch it, but I thought, you know what, I just can't be arsed with the aggro.
Too busy in his five-star camper van.
So I'm going, no, I'm just going, like, I don't agree with them. I could go there and I could fucking...
Cause murder.
Not cause murder, but just like shout, shut up, Gary, you fucking bear, and try and bring it on with him. But I'm like, well, there's 250,000, 300,000 people here. Not everybody's going to believe what I believe, and that's why we have a free society. That's what you want. You have to be okay with that. You can't have everybody think the same or believe in the same. That's not what we want.
No.
You actually need really opposing views, and for them to be aired and for them to be debated. What you don't need is people cancelled, shut down, getting their agents cancelled. And we did see with Bob Villan the power of the Jewish lobby again. Visa revoked instantly, bang, thrown out of his record deal. So, you know, the 3B2s, let's be honest, the old 3B2 mob, they're fucking well connected.
Yeah.
They run the American, that APAC has got massive things with it. Well, this is how well connected they are. There's no fucking clients with Jeffrey Epstein.
yeah.
So Jeffrey Epstein, you've got Ghislaine Maxwell in jail for trafficking kids to nobody.
Yeah.
You've got Jeffrey Epstein, who was in jail, but for some bizarre reason decided to kill himself, even though he knew he'd done nothing wrong and he was going to be acquitted. Because he must have known. Because this week it's been released that there was no client list.
Yeah.
So Epstein his listers must have known that. So why suicide yourself? It's fucking bizarre.
Yeah,
and also, if you watch,
I
love Catherine Levitt, you know, the White House secretary, the young blonde girl. Yeah. She's brilliant, speaks well. When did you notice what was different about her when she gave the speech this week about the no client list for Epstein?
No.
So every time she speaks, she has a chain on with a cross to show her Christianity. First time she never had it on. So she said about Epstein, so she knows, because she's a Christian woman, she's taking her cross off because she knows she's fucking lying.
I was going to say, she knows she's not telling
the truth. She knows she's been the press secretary. So she's gone, every time, front and centre, she'll have it, she's got a little gold cross she wears. Yeah. So I watch loads of stuff to see what they're up to. First time she's ever done a presser without a cross on, because she knows they're fucking lying.
Yeah.
So...
But the whole world know they're lying.
Well, again, there's 14 logs of Trump going to that island. So Trump's been there. Yeah. What he's been doing there, I don't know. Well, we know Prince Andrew was there. Because he's paid £12 million to somebody he never met.
Who's now dead.
Who's now conveniently
dead,
snuffed it. So we're living in strange times. And again, the strangest times being if you don't agree with somebody, well, don't cancel them. You actually want their opinion out there so you can laugh at them and go, what a fucking idiot. You know, this Pascal Robinson Foster. I didn't know before. He said what he said. Now you're looking at him going, so you're a vegan rapper who hates the country that you live in and is pro-Palestine, hates Israel, wants to see, you know, IDF soldiers dead, etc. You know, I'm like, what's that got to do with this country? Aren't you from this country? Has he ever been to Palestine? Have you been to Israel?
There was a few flags about when you're walking around, you're looking and you're thinking, there was flags of like, I seen one flag, you're thinking, there was like a trans flag underneath the flag of Palestine. I'm just thinking, are you from planet Zog? Well, because you haven't got a clue what that would do to that in the real world. They would chop your head off. So it's just like, and they walk around, it's thick people. I'm not saying they all are, but I'm saying a lot of them don't understand. Don't understand what they're actually trying to stand for, if you know what I mean.
This is the thing, they don't actually stand for anything. Okay?
It's just noise, it's just virtual
it's flags
signaling.
In bio, it's Ukraine flag, or like they don't actually stand for anything.
Yeah.
It's just virtue signaling to go, okay, right, the swarm's going that way, and I want to be one of the cool kids. I don't want to not be in the swarm. So they go that way. But you can't be pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas, because if you're pro-Palestine, or you're pro-Palestine, pro-Islam, Islam kills gay people. Let's be honest. If you're gay, you can't be in Islam. You can't, because and that's not me. There's probably lots of tolerant Muslims out there who aren't really bothered whether people are gay or not.
Yeah.
But also the majority of them, they ain't having that.
Especially from that area.
No, they're just not. No, any area, they're just not having it. Now, whether you agree with that or disagree with it, that's their religion. By the way, Catholicism believed that up until about fucking 1970, 1980.
Some still do now.
The problem with the Catholic Church is it's gone so far the other way, because it has to atone for years of fucking abusing children and years of suppressing, people based on, you know, whichever sexual preference they've got.
Most of them are fucking gay anyway, all the priests
Now,
at that time.
the big problem you've got is, in society now, is most people haven't got a fucking clue what they believe in anymore. They believe in everything and nothing at the same time. Because you can't be for trans rights and gay rights and support Hamas.
Yeah, you just can't.
It's just not possible. Like, the moment the group that you're advocating for get power, yous are all getting fucking concrete wellies and lashed in the fucking nearest fucking pond.
Yeah.
Or off the nearest building.
That's what I'm saying. And
absolutely flatten you.
They don't understand that, a lot of them. Still, it is virtual signaling. That's exactly what it is. A lot of them haven't really got a clue. There's parts of it you're looking at, and I'm not one way inclined myself, and like Hamas or fucking like the IDF were doing, but what?
I hate both of them. I'm going to record to say I fucking hate both of them. I can't stand Israel and Israel's foreign policies, you know, across the globe. Never mind what they do in that region. And I've been on record as that since 2014 when he had a Twitter argument with Yossi Benayoun, and we haven't spoke since because he was defending his country, Israel, and I was like, nah, you're wrong. You can't do that. They've subsequently taken it to the next level. Now, this is just me being a pragmatist. I go, well, if you didn't come over the border on October the 7th, now whether that was allowed, Mossad, it was a fucking red flag, or which it could well have been.
No, listen.
But either way, it's still Hamas coming across the border and killing fucking Israelis at a music festival, which was
that's the bottom line.
Ironic thing about Glastonbury when they're protesting pro-Palestinian. I'm going, They killed people like you who were at a music festival having a nice time, and they came over and slaughtered them and took hostages, and that's why, you know, Israel. Now, if you're at war, I don't agree with it, absolutely don't agree with it, but I can see why Israel go, let's just kill them all.
Nah, they can't. Well, I know what you mean, but...
They're at war, so just kill that. Like, from an Israeli perspective, you go, these are never going to be our friends. And they've now come over the border, 7th of October, they've now taken hostages. So... whether they're a 2-year-old baby or a mother, it's a Palestinian or it's a Muslim, and we're not asked about them. We want them off the face of the earth. The same way, by the way, they want Israeli people off the face of the earth. Yeah. So, you know, it's a race to the bottom. I'd just go, right, not to do with us. It's fucking 6 hours away on a plane. Fucking do what you need to do. You can't stop it.
No, I understand it.
There's only two people who can stop it. Xi Jinping and fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah,
they're the only two people powerful enough on the planet to stop it. Putin might have been at some point, but he's been strategically weakened by everything that's gone on since he tried to invade Ukraine. The Americans ain't going to stop it because the AIPAC and Israeli lobby is too big. So unfortunately for Gaza and people in Palestinians there, they ain't getting real back. They're not coming off that. And Netanyahu, did you see what's happened this morning?
No.
Netanyahu, I had to show you this, has given Donald Trump an envelope which gives him the Nobel Peace
nomination.
Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu has nominated the cheeky cunts in The Hague after him for fucking war crimes, but he's given a nomination for the Nobel to Trump. Today, today or yesterday, give him an envelope.
That's just rubbing ego to fuck.
Hang on a minute, like. How'd you get a nomination for... Like, he might have stopped to a World War III there, but how'd you get a nomination for off Nobel as a peacekeeper when pretty much all you've done is fucking drop ordnance on people to stop
pack
to
it
get
in.
peace? It's like, what
but and you're getting given it by the further you tell them to pack it in.
It's insane, lad. Yeah, it's insane. And this is the madness of the world we live in here, as I said.
It is, but I know what you're saying where the IDF, they just said, fuck it, we'll just kill the lorries, but that's the bit... I can't. Like,
wait a minute. The Hamas's approach is exactly the same towards Israel. It's just that they're not as well equipped, they're not as powerful, and don't have the US support.
Yeah, 100%.
They have the Iranian support. They've probably got, other proxies that don't like America that are supporting them in. You know, people talk about Qatar fund a lot of Hamas. I mean, allegedly, I don't know. Don't want to piss off Qatar or Qatar Airways in case they want to sponsor the pod, but. I mean, you know, there's big accusations about the Qatari lobbying for that to destabilise that region. Now, the only way that region is going to settle down is if Israel isn't there. Now,
and Trump's got his gold
Israel
statue.
are always going to be there because America's the fucking oppo, and unfortunately, It's the most powerful military on the planet. And I can't see the Chinese getting involved in it.
No, I just think what I look at it like as an equivalent, and what in my time is when the IRA bombed the UK. It's basically like the UK saying, "Right, fuck them," and just flatten an island. That's what the IDF have done there.
It's not. It's like flattening Dublin.
Yeah, okay, flattening Dublin. Yeah. Just flattening Dublin. It's the British Army going, right, fuck them, and just flattening Dublin. And we'd never done that because it's just not humane to do that.
But again, I'm not agreeing with it. I'm not condoning it. Absolutely not. I think it's fucking horrible when I see kids, because you think about your kids.
Stop killing kids.
But in war, has anybody bleated on about what happened in Libya or Syria or Iraq or Afghanistan?
Yes,
where
exactly.
Clearly kids that will have been, and civilians are in the crossfire.
By the UK.
Unfortunately, they're at war. They both believe the antidote to the war is the absolute destruction and annihilation of the other. So I'm like, fucking leave them to it. Leave them to it. Now, the problem for me is when it infects our culture and it infects our streets, and we're having marches and which we're having all the time here. Anybody, as I said, if you pro Hamas, Bob Villan, you love Hamas, do you? I'll tell you what, death to the IDF. Right, here's a flight.
Yeah.
Right, here you can go to either fucking Lebanon, or you can go to. We're going to get you in there, and you can, if you want to kill IDF soldiers, and you go fucking kill them.
Yeah.
But any bollocks in our country, I just round them up and say, right, you're gone. You want to support them, do you? Here's the best way to support them. Go and fight for them, get on the front line.
You're right.
Otherwise, keep your fucking beak out of it. Nothing to do with you stupid fucking triple-barreled fucking posh knob from London. Fucking get on with your shit fucking poetry. Sing your fucking shit songs and fuck off.
It's fucking Noel Gallagher, that one, isn't it?
No, but it is. Who the fuck is he?
Yeah.
Fucking sing your fucking shitty song and get off the fucking stage.
It is, but you're right, and there is a lot of... We'll move on from it now, but there is a lot of virtual signaling, and there's a lot of people doing these marches who are fighting, saying, no, you can't be bombing Palestine, doing this, when they don't know that half them people who are, they would do exactly the same to Israel as well.
There's no peace agreement, lad. They want to kill each other. They don't believe in. So you have to just let them get on with it and see who the victor is, and then we'll fucking deal with whoever sorts it out.
Trump will mop it up.
Because their ideology is them kids are going to grow up to hate us. So whether we kill them as kids or whether we kill them as fucking teenagers or adults, they're going to grow up to fucking kill Israelis. So that's them. And by the way, the Israelis have got the same mindset towards the hostility in the region. So. Yeah. That's me done on it. Anyway, last little bits before I get in there, because I must mention this. Glasgow. Thank you to the Evers family. Didn't look too good, old Michael Evers. He doesn't look like he's got many festivals in him. Hopefully we see him at the next one in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But the Evers family for putting that on, and all the farmers and locals around who make that festival, because it's a fucking great festival. And overwhelmingly positive for everybody who attends it. Yet there is a few knobheads, there is a few things getting shouted and sung on stage and all that, but overwhelmingly 99% of it's positivity, and everyone has a ball.
It is. 99% of it is unbelievable, and I was shocked at the media reaction to it, but it is what it is. It is.
But it also makes you question the media that you consume as well.
It does. You're right.
We're usually on the other side of that. The other thing I noticed about Glastonbury, I don't know whether you noticed this, I've never seen in my life so many women in replica football tops.
Yeah, I noticed that. I did notice it. There was a lot of men, but I noticed the women. It was a replica top pandemic, basically, Glastonbury this year.
Well, you had loads of replica tops that weren't
replica.
Yeah, I didn't have like the Adidas on.
I was arguing with someone of the Arsenal top. I said, mate, that's not a replica top. He went, it is. It's from 2016. I said, mate, it's fucking not. It's just an old top. Just an old top.
But the amount of girls, women are seeing in replica football jerseys, and I'm going...
It's just a fashion thing for them, I think, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing of Republicans buy sneakers. So this is the thing of women's football. Let's get women fucking into footy, because they spend more than fellas, and they'll buy more, and we get more money. Which, from a consumer standpoint, I can see it. Obviously, the problem is, it's fucking crap, as you've seen from the Women's Euros this year. And when I say shit... It is absolutely dehydrated dog shit on the telly. It's absolutely dreadful. Did you see the goal in the Germany game the other day?
Yeah.
The fucking centre-half comes to head it, heads it into her own teammate, then toes it into her head, knocks her over, puts a German win, and the fucking keeper just falls over.
But the thing I can say about it is, obviously, it's It's their game. They've got that. That's what they want to watch. I don't think this is being forced down our neck as much as the WSL is. I don't think it's been pushed on us
I haven't seen much of it.
I haven't seen much advertisements of it. I haven't seen much of it about.
It's on the prime time TV slots.
I know, but it hasn't been pushed. I don't think I've seen much pushed down my throat of it as I want to do the WSL and the others. I don't think
that's because England, the CAC, aren't they? They've gone big time now.
Lowe's retired, didn't he, before the tournament? What happened?
They've got weighed in for the first time. You know, they're now on 200 grand a fucking year after being on £200 a fucking year. If you watch any of the YouTube stuff on because you follow England, the women turning up and they turn up, they're like sort of strutting in and bowling in, and I'm going, oh my God, you're a fucking lollipop. You were lollipop ladies fucking 10 years ago. Now all of a sudden you think you're fucking Thierry Henry. Because you're getting a few Adidas sponsors, and you know there's a bit of money in the game now. The problem for them is it is unsustainable because it's crap to watch. They should be playing on smaller pitches with a lighter ball, which they won't do.
Smaller goals,
smaller pitches, and smaller ball, size 4, to make the game quicker.
Yeah.
And the other side of it is the women have to support it. So women have to go and watch the game. You know, to make it like it's like the WNBA.
Yeah.
It needs to be supported by women. And the reason that the flagging is, it's not. You've got weird, creepy bastard fellas in the stadium and lesbians who are right, we need to get behind it, but that interest will wane.
Yeah.
And you've got loads of young people who maybe are getting priced out of or can't get a ticket for the proper footy.
Yeah.
So I can like it isn't a crowd of passionate people who you go, these are going to fucking remortgage their house to get to this final. If we get to a semi-final here or a final, these are going to fucking remortgage their house to get there.
No, yeah, you're right.
It's like passive fans. Now, I can see the logic from the club's perspective saying, do you know what? If we get 10% more women buying footy gear, then that's 10% that we never ever had. And judging by Glastonbury, they fucking do Michael Buffer. By Glastonbury, they're fucking onto something, because the amount of women and girls I seen in replica tops.
But Glastonbury had their own one, didn't it? Glastonbury had their own replica.
I've seen a few of that, yeah. Seen a few in there.
So Glastonbury had their own, and the women bought that one as well. So well, listen, there's a market there. I just think with the women's game, especially this World Cup, that they might come down. I'm not saying come down a peg. It sounds harsh. They might say, okay, we're not actually at that level where we can. I still think they are still, where they can sell out Emirates every week and do this. They don't know. We've got our product which is at this level, and we can attract this level of fan. We can't go any bigger because the actual product isn't good enough to go bigger. So until it grows organically, there's nothing you can do at the minute. If you push it and push it and push it, it's going to be losing 10, 20, 30 million a year. It's going to go pop. You've got to reduce. Villa and that have taken the piss out of it already, because Villa and Chelsea, they've got out PSR by selling the women's team. Yeah, so yeah. So it's good for something.
So it's actually come in handy for them,
it's good for something, yeah.
I'm never going to change my thing. I think it's absolutely poor. As a football purist who likes the technical and tactical aspect of it, I'm struggling to see the merit in it.
Yeah,
I really am.
No, it for me, I look at it and it is what it is. I don't. People are trying to say we should be in the same level as the men. It should be this, should be that. It's nonsense. It is what it is. It's, you know, you go and watch a Sunday League team, and it's not the greatest standard. It's a bit more competitive than a women's game, to be honest. But it's still not technically. It's not great. It's a lot of big high balls, a lot of big long balls. It's not elite level football. So I look at it and say, I understand that's not elite level football. So don't try and.
So let's stop fucking talking about it then.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So we've covered the bases on it.
A few people asking, you going to see Oasis?
Yeah. I'm going Friday.
Friday, I'm there Saturday.
Can he wait?
Yeah, it'd be good.
What do we think?
I haven't even watched any of the videos. I haven't watched anything online because I just want to be there. It's
been hard not to watch. It's been everywhere. So I watched a couple of clips and they sound fucking amazing, to be honest. You know, they sound better than I expected. I went to watch Liam the other year, and I seen him at Glastonbury a few times as well, and I thought his voice was going to go a bit. But honestly, he sounds fucking top to all.
He's the main front man, 40 shows.
He's the main front man.
He sounds top to all.
He hasn't been hammering in, has he? So they've been having a load of time off, and he's been getting off after gigs and that. So
he's not on the island that after.
Put on a proper show to say, where the fucking kiddies, like, make no bones about it.
And you got Richard Ashcroft supporting.
And Castia.
I can't wait for that, me. I'm going to make
I won't make. I've got Wembley tickets as well, so I'm going to go to 2. But
Did you get them off the lads or?
No. Listen, they're like rocking all shit. No, I
had to buy
had a couple of... I had to buy. I got them face value, like, but I had to buy them, yeah.
I got them face. My face was $3.50 each.
What?
Yeah, mine's a bit less
face
than
value
that,
then, is it?
But,
no, that's how much they were on face value when I bought them. Because remember when they had that thing where, because the popularity, they went skyrocketed.
Fuck off.
Yeah, on Skiddle or whatever it was.
$150 I paid.
Yeah, so they were like, they started at like...
$135.
They started at like one, and then they went, and then because remember there was murder over it, and then it's an automatic thing that happens on Ticketmaster or something.
Oh, the price there?
The price, yeah. So I got through, and the prices were $3.50 face value. So I got two. So me and Gabbard go. I might have a spare one Friday as well.
Priceless.
Oh yeah,
Priceless.
listen, it's.
I've used obviously. How many times have you both been to see them?
Twice. I've only seen them.
I've
only seen them twice.
So it must be.
I haven't seen them that many times.
Yeah.
I think I've only twice seen them in the Royal Court.
And then I've seen them.
Oh no, sorry lad, I've seen them 3 times. Seen them in City of Manchester Stadium, Royal Court.
I've seen them City of Manchester and in the Echo.
It's my first time. First time ever.
It introduces for a new generation, you know, like who like loads who love them won't have seen them live because of the obviously the period off. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But it also brings a new, like I was speaking to our Lewis saying, is like one of his mates is going, he's only like 14, he's going with his dad, and
that's what I mean.
It's bringing a new generation even younger.
After going, he's been Irish me. I'm like, you're too young.
Yeah.
And also like, you know,
does he listen to them or?
He starts getting it. Do you know what I mean? They do, don't they?
They like, do, yeah. It's not. It's like
timeless.
It's like the Beatles getting in. You know,
yeah, like when we were kids getting the Beatles.
You're getting played. Like people play good tunes here, don't they?
Imagine if we were like 8 or 9, the Beatles done a fucking tour or something to do all that. I mean, imagine it. We'd be a fucking case in our fellas to go.
I mean, I heard some mad shouts, you know, the slot there at Glastonbury, that might be Oasis.
No.
Like, what the fucking hell?
At the park, people were trying to say at the park.
Why would they be on at like 7 o'clock?
I'm sure you said that.
For an hour at the park.
You were saying that.
You might need a warm-up. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
If they played at the park on a surprise set, there would be...
Paul McCartney played.
Outrage. Where did he play, McCartney?
Don't know. Paul McCartney played. Someone told me they'd seen Paul McCartney.
I did see that.
I don't believe that one. Paul McCartney played at Glasgow this year.
You don't believe Paul McCartney? I've seen a video.
Have you seen the video of it?
Yeah.
Paul McCartney with the secret gig last time.
Yeah. I hope that was from this year because I seen him last year. Oh, sorry. After he played, he was on the hill till like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I seen it. Did you see the story with Liam Gallagher and he met Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney goes to him like, Liam, slow down. Why are you always in a rush? You know, just chill. Just sit down. Liam goes, okay, so sit down. And Paul McCartney goes to him, Liam, do you like margaritas? And Liam's go, oh no mate, I've just had me tea and I'm not that hungry. He went, no, I mean the drink.
I can imagine them two like totally different people.
Oh yeah, well you know what, totally different but similar in the same sense. They both
with the Beatles party heads.
Yes, fucking Paul McCartney and that proper
shit in fucking in
that's one of these
and all that. They've been on the Opie and all them.
Oh, that was a high one. That, you know, watch, he lunged in there. He's a dirty dog with them absolute turkey teeth.
Yeah, them gnashes are fucking crazy.
We'll have to touch on this here. Fluminense, obviously, Thiago Silva's the big story. That's a great tackle.
He's gone over the ball.
Fucking play on.
Look at his teeth, though.
Play on. Fluminense. No, I've had a few people on me, you know, because I'm going to have a go on a Saturday next year.
You definitely having a go, yeah?
I'm going to play I'm going to play on a Saturday.
Who would?
Just the lads. I don't want any money to play. I'm not gonna, but I just want to fancy a game. It was a big thing seeing what happened with Diego Jota.
Yeah.
When you go fucking hell, like he'd love to have another game of footy, wouldn't he?
Fucking right.
I mean, you got the opportunity to play. You never know when
your day is.
When you bad luck or your fucking calling card's gonna come in.
Yeah.
And it does put things in perspective. I thought, John, what I can still play only with the lads, but. Might as well while I can.
Gonna say, you know, if you think, even if you're going,
fit as well,
even if you're gonna go, you're right. Even if you're just gonna fucking sit in that centre mid and just ping it about and have a game.
It's all I fucking done anyway. It's all I done when I was in my prime anyway.
Definitely have a game with us, like.
So I'm gonna have a little go on a Saturday afternoon. It's only slot I've got because I like me golf, don't I? So obviously I like playing golf on a Sunday. But the lads have got footy Saturday morning. And I don't really like playing golf on a Saturday. I don't know why I don't like playing golf on a Saturday. But I'm thinking I might just jump in. And it's that 2-3 o'clock kick-off.
Yeah.
Be ideal, that.
We kick off at 2.
Ideal.
It's only round the corner.
Connor's been on me to have a go with them, so I said...
Who's Connor playing for, Joe, the team?
I don't know. He's got a team, yeah.
Wonder if it's the same.
He was saying, come up and play for us. So I thought, got a couple of big golf comps this week. club champion, it's Saturday.
It is Saturday.
And then Oasis Saturday night. And then
I didn't make the cut going on holiday, so to get over me, drown me sorrows.
I think Josh might have been kicked out as well. Doesn't he? Doesn't know, does he?
What do you mean?
He never turned up Sunday. He was meant to play
He
on
meant to play on Sunday.
Turn up, no show. Playing the guitar at 6 o'clock in the morning, sending me videos. I was like, I don't think he's going to make the 10 o'clock team. The worst
Sunday
singing and fucking guitar.
It was his birthday winning on Saturday. So
So it was his birthday.
Yeah, there's a night out and didn't end up playing golf with us in the morning.
Did you go to Sevy Park or something? Where did you go?
We went to
Greenbank had a little...
For the picnic.
For the picnic, yeah.
Josh and a few others ended up going to boxing.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking...
Stayed out.
Josh was like, I can't be asked going. I'm not even drinking. Fucking 12 hours later.
That's Josh.
6 in the morning. The guitar lessons. The worst singer. I hope he's listening, by the way.
That's the worst you've ever
Josh,
seen.
if you are listening, you are the worst singer.
His guitar playing was almost...
No, listen, to be fair, he was just learning. He doesn't play the guitar, so he's picking that up pretty alright, but you're singing, lad. Save that for someone else.
Listen, 6 in the morning, you sound great.
Yeah, no, it does to you, but not to everybody else.
Correct.
So Chelsea... building with a 3, I fancied Fluminense to be 5-4-1. It looks like they're fucking not far off it. They're trying to sit in and protect, obviously, Thiago's experience, but the lack of energy around down the outside of him or on the inside of him, I think could cause some problems if he gets isolated with João Pedro, who's obviously in from the start here. Neto's pacey, and Kunku will be desperate to take advantage of this opportunity. And, you know, you'd have to peg Chelsea at, like, favourites to get to the final and progress just on pure quality.
Yeah.
And especially with a 41-year-old keeper in Fabio, and obviously Thiago's 40, isn't he now?
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to say, you know, Chelsea. You know, it'd be tough because they'll be proud and they're organised, they've got experience, but I think Chelsea are going to have too much of these tonight.
It seems quite a quick paced game.
But look, see, I said to you earlier on, look the way they drop the ball. They don't kick it long, so they'll try and keep the ball for a little bit.
And then they just pass it back.
So it's 5, and then it's like
one misplaced pass down, this is where you are.
Yeah, but I'm saying the building with 8 anyway, so Chelsea are playing 4-2-3-1.
That's a line of 5.
Chelsea are playing 4-2-3-1, which means you're pressing with the 2-3-1.
Yeah. Right,
so that's 6-man press. But Fluminense are building with a 5 and a 3, and possibly another one coming down, so they're actually building with 8 and 9. So they've dropped the ball there, rolled it out, and the keeper gives you an extra one. And they're just trying to... The Brazilian teams do this really well. They keep the ball and just try and draw the sting out the opponents.
But you got that... When you got quality like that going in...
I mean, that's a big chance there. That's a big chance. Is that Nkunku got on the end of that?
Yeah, Nkunku, yeah.
He might have seen the ball late, but that's half a decent chance. It's a good ball in.
6 yards out, and he got his toe on it.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because obviously Nkunku was signed to be the 9. Jackson was signed to be the 9. The Lap's taken the 9. And then they've gone over the top of... Tottenham, was it? Who were trying to sign Pedro?
Yeah, I think it was Spurs after him. And Arsenal had a little sniff, didn't he? I think Spurs after him. And you know what? He's a strange one, Pedro, for me. He's like, I've seen him play and he's been world class.
I was good.
I've seen him play.
Be injury prone.
That's injury prone, and I've also seen him play and he's absolutely shit the bed. So it's like, you know, you don't know what to expect. He's not like someone who you think you're going to get a solid 7 or 8 out of 10 every week. He could have a fucking 2 or a 3.
He's only 23 though.
He's young, so that's the thing. If he improves,
what does that say for Jackson? Surely Jackson's getting shifted out.
He's got to.
Because Jackson, they've signed Pedro, the Lap, and Nkunku.
Well, Nkunku, there's rumours Nkunku could be off as well, but
they've signed that Gittins last week.
I know Gittins, yeah.
Someone put Chelsea's squad depth up the other day. They've got like 4 or 5 players for every position.
It's nuts, isn't it?
So I'm going, how are they not breaking the PSR?
Well, they just sold a women's team, so they're flying.
But they've still got fucking 40 players who are...
I know, but it's PSR...
Not kids on the books.
Yeah, it's not just how they're not breaking PSR, how are they qualifying for the squad? Because you got a big chance.
Oh, good turn. Good block.
That was a good block.
I only register like 26 players for the Prem.
So there's loads of people
and you've got to have 8 homegrown and 4 at your club or something as well.
Yeah.
But don't forget, Pep spoke last... Did you see Pep done an interview talking about how hard he wants to go with a smaller squad next year because how hard he found it leaving players at home and all that. This Maresca must be fucking... No wonder he's got no hair. Must have fucking pulled it all out.
Did you see Maresca at the press conference? He got absolutely pied yesterday, was it? When he started moaning about it, said, listen, we've played 68 games this year And this is this Fluminense. These have had a bit of a more break, and some of the reports went, no, Fluminense played 70 games this year, and
but
he just didn't have a response.
Where he's missed the trick is, but ours have played at a completely different intensity. They're playing like
we haven't played Brazilian goat herders. What a ball!
Even if you play, you
got to come back.
No disrespect to the bottom of the Premier League, but the bottom of the Brazilian league will not be as strong as the bottom of the Premier League.
No, it won't. Well, saying that sat down to fucking crap. But
they wear shit, yeah.
They come with this fucking spam.
Watch this spam keep going through on YouTube.
Do my head in. I have to keep blocking him, and he must just keep making new accounts.
Who is it? Just a spam head?
Yeah.
It's like spamming like
just an
follow this an advert for this game.
Oh right. He's been a success for Chelsea though, hasn't he? Qualifying for the Champions League, big for Maresca. Mustn't have been easy when they've got that many players. It can't be an easy fucking gig.
No, it's not easy gig.
Because lads aren't happy if they're left out. It doesn't matter how much you're paying them. If they're not in the squad or they're not in the fucking team, they're fuming.
They've qualified for it, but they were also very much expected to qualify for it as well.
Yeah, but don't forget,
with the money they spent.
They started the season that well, that everyone was like, could Chelsea win the league? Yeah. Obviously fell away a bit in the middle bit.
At December, yeah.
But a young team, progress, isn't it? Newcastle taking Alanga, have you seen that? 55 million.
I like Alanga.
That is a lot of money for
I like Alanga.
I don't mind them, but that's a lot of money.
Man United to get 5 million of it, don't
really, because Nunes is linked with a 50 million move to fucking Napoli, isn't he?
No, that's 50 million bid rejected today.
We rejected it.
We rejected the 50 million euro bid today off Napoli.
They must know they're going to get more.
Yeah, they've said Napoli are good. They see they lose. If you haven't got players of top quality like that, and you look at this reminds me of what this reminds me of watching Southampton. This is what they're doing. They're trying to keep the ball and play, and they've been pinched 2 or 3 times, and they can't keep doing that because they're going to get pinched and they're going to get punished.
It's kind of all they've done all tournament though.
Yeah, it's like watching Southampton.
They didn't concede the goal until the last round. It was the first goal they conceded in the last round. They've had like shutouts, yeah.
Fluminense.
3 clean sheets in the group stages, weren't it?
I think they should have this tournament. I think you're right, and it's got merit. It's got legs. Wouldn't it be better if they'd done maybe 10 days in winter, like the first group stage or whatever, another 10 days, during February or something, and then 2 weeks at the end of the season, just to drag this out over
when
the
in
season,
winter
maybe.
Though when in winter there's already enough games in winter.
Well, no, because they have the Germany we have a break, the Premier League.
Fuck that, I love it.
How can you have a tournament where there's a break for fucking 3 weeks or 6 months in between it?
The National League do that.
The World Cup wouldn't do that. So it's like saying we'll play the group stages in the December.
I know. I'm saying it's a different format.
Like the Nations
League.
This is a Club World Cup. It says there, FIFA Club World Cup. So
I like the idea of it. Is it going to be? It's not every year. It's every 2 years. That right?
It's every 4 years.
No, isn't it in the gap between every Euros?
I thought they were going to do it every 4 years. So my understanding was this will only come about in 4 more years.
I can check. Yeah, I'll check.
You check. I'm sure it was in the gap between.
So you're saying you'd have Euros, Copa America, Club International Trophy, World Cup, Club International Trophy. So you got it 2. I thought it was only once.
I'm not sure.
Every 4. Yeah, it's every 4 years.
Is it?
It's every 4 years, which I like.
Don't mind that then.
I like it.
I don't mind it.
It just needs tweaking and playing in proper football countries rather than fucking
proper pitches.
Soccer countries.
Put it in Brazil or somewhere like Mexico would be fucking sick. Mexico would be unbelievable.
Say to the team, if you win it,
you get to host.
That's where the host goes next time. That's the upside for winning it. Win it and you fucking host it.
You get all the.
So then it gives your country a bit of a boost for winning it. The economy of the other teams from your country want you to do well because it means
you're going to get stadiums.
Get a few shilling.
I missed it when you were talking about it when we first started. I've enjoyed watching the games, mate. Some of the games.
I haven't.
Some of the games have been unbelievable. What was it? The Bayern one, Bayern PSG the other day.
Was it? It was one of the Inter Miami games was half decent.
Oh, it was.
I just think they've got to get rid of the nonsense teams though.
You can't because you need to represent the whole globe. And
so are we going to be in the next one?
We should. No, we
won a European Cup.
I think we will.
City and Chelsea are in off the back of winning a European Cup, aren't they?
No, but you got it's points. It's a point tally, isn't it? You go off points.
But I thought they were in off the back of.
No, yeah, it's points.
Because I thought it was the ones who win like the Asian Champions League, or I thought that was.
No, it definitely goes off Champions League.
I'll tell you now.
Yeah, I know. It'll tell you, but it's because otherwise, if an English club wouldn't win the Champions League, we'd have no one in the World Club Cup. So there's loads of teams in this who haven't won the Champions League.
Yeah, but it's the equivalent of it, isn't it? So there is teams, all the Asian teams and the African teams have won their respective. I thought Fluminense and that had won Copa Libertadores.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's how you qualify for it. I think it was a point, because that's why we missed out on it, because we dropped out the Champions League, didn't we? Went in the Europa League for the season, so we missed out on the points. There was another one where it was something like
City were in it because of the Champions League win.
So continental champions, what's that?
Yeah, that's like European.
So clubs, some certain clubs qualified as continental champions.
That's
yeah.
like
within that period.
Like Champions League winner or Copa Libertadores.
Clubs qualified via ranking.
Yeah.
Host nation slot into Miami.
Yeah. So the ranking is
FIFA club in Club World Cup.
So your ranking,
was LAFC.
What's a finish?
Is that Jalped?
No.
Well, no. What?
No, João Pedro.
It's not João Pedro.
This is where it was his boyhood club. This.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Sick that.
That was a finish. That.
That's why I never celebrated then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's ranking, but it's so that's based on your points, isn't it?
Bye Fluminense. At the end of them.
You just can't see them scoring.
They need to score first.
What a finish that was, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
the end of Nicholas Jackson as well. You might as well fucking take him back to Brazil, would you? That's the end of Nicholas.
Yeah, Liverpool will be in it unless two different English sides win the Champions League in the next 4 years.
So who's the other semi-final? Real Madrid against PSG?
PSG.
Filth that.
That's Real Madrid getting flopped.
Yeah.
I know Javi's tried to change him a bit.
Fucking hell.
Going with Goulet in the 8. A great strike, isn't it?
Great goal.
Yeah, great strike. Hell of a goal.
He looked like
What a phenomenal goal! The MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, some of the.
Is this the MetLife in New Jersey?
Yeah,
Atlanta, isn't it? No,
MetLife Stadium.
MetLife Stadium's in New Jersey, isn't it?
Is that the Jet Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half an hour from this Everton playing here soon.
I'm not asked.
No, see Jackson get up there. Jackson got up off.
Jackson got up. Went
like fucking bastard.
I just went to his agent. Do us a favour.
Second he'll go.
He's not going to sniff here.
I'll take him at Everton.
Fucking hell.
I'm fucking telling you, we just signed someone for Vidal, haven't we? Signed someone from...
What's his name? Don't even know his name.
That's how good he is, I don't know.
I've never heard of him before.
Yeah.
Something... It begins with a T, his first name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know who fuck knows.
Someone asked what your grub is, lad.
I've just got, from the Nashville Club, I've just got a little chicken burger and some... I've been golfing, so I've had to rush from golf to get here. I was golfing out in
tell people what you're up to
today. Playing in the old Lancashire Classic. So I've had to shoot down here to get it back to here at the studio in time for kick-off. So I've had to eat my tea on the go. I haven't even had the shave. I was going to have a Chaz and Dave this morning, but...
Is the goatee staying for the foreseeable?
Chinese year of the goat, innit? So I'm keeping the goatee for the year. Chinese year of the goat.
Are you keeping the goatee on?
For the year, yeah. This has been on since Christmas.
Oh, yeah, you had that since, November, weren't it?
No,
Same, look at mine.
No.
Flying now, mate.
Mine didn't start mine.
You could be growing after 6 years.
Mine's flying now.
No, it's not.
It is.
Coming on, lad. It is coming on.
It's getting stronger.
But yeah, I needed a little Trimsby time. I thought I'll get back in time, and I've got my razor nap. I just didn't have the time, lad. So unfortunately, I look like a homeless person.
Yeah, you look like a homeless person at Glastonbury. Fucking hell, some of the pictures.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? It's not a fashion parade, is it?
No, some of the pictures.
I don't get people who like go out and get dead fashionable.
Yeah, I can't talk. I had
Oh, what a save.
2-0.
Oh. I had little Peter's like neck fan, and I was fucking that gone. I put them like as headphones on my head in NYC download. Like,
is that what that was?
Yeah, it was a it was a
cool.
But I put them on like as ease.
I tell you what, I take my hat off to those people who stayed in them tents in that fucking heat. That was.
Mine was Gas Mark 3, by the way.
Severe heat and
I was in a TP.
You was in a TP. Yeah, you used to.
But it's still the same. No. It's just a fancy tent. It's a fancy tent. There's nothing about it. I had a double bed, to be fair.
It's not as hot as a tent, though, 'cause you got a little bit of a thicker.
Lad, it's hot.
I know it's hot, but them tents, lad.
The tents are.
I had a bag of Haribo when I woke up. It melted and gone into one big Haribo.
Oh my god!
That's when you know it's
wake up sweating.
I woke up and I was dripping.
You open the door, don't you? Have you seen Ace Ventura?
Why would you have Haribo in your bed?
Have you seen Ace Ventura when he comes out the elephant's ass?
When he comes out the cat's foot.
Yeah, it's like the rhino's ass. The fake one.
That's what Mark was like. I give Mark my blow up bed, and the blow-up bed was probably as big as the tent. So he was on the blow-up bed, and his face was like touching the ceiling.
I take that off them people who that heat in them tents. My God.
Yeah, I'm never doing that again.
What your handicap is now, Joe?
No.
Someone thinks you still have 5 here.
My handicap as it stands today, no.
Handicap's is goatee.
2.5, mate. 2.5, my handicap.
You come back
got
up?
3 shots a day.
2.1, mate, yeah. Come back up a bit.
I've gone up 0.2. I'm 2.5, but it's going in the right direction. But I haven't practiced really. I've just been playing golf, and then obviously you have Glastonbury, don't you? You come back swinging like Stephen Hawking, and you come back, I'm like that. Where's my arms gone? Felt like Pickford. But I've found my arms just grew back out my body this week. Still not. I got me driving was there today. I was back on the planet today.
No, I was on the Monday. I Saturday night I didn't have any sleep at all. I got back to tent about 7.
Dad, you had sunstroke on the back of your head, that's why. Big wimpy sign on the back of your head, lad.
And then I just got up at 10 o'clock and then went for a walk. And then I was at Rod Stewart's Sunday, I felt a kip. And I was like, yeah, that's me done.
Do you know what, Rod, people were like humming and ahhing over Rod. I thought he was good. I'm not really into Rod Stewart.
I thought he was good.
He's a Celtic man as well.
Yeah, I thought he was good, mate.
But he didn't half-pick the crowd up. I went to watch Snow Patrol.
I missed them.
I didn't see Sheik afterwards, but everyone said Rod and Sheik pulled everybody out of the
Sheik is perfect.
slump.
6 p.m. on Sunday is like, come on.
Rod's done a great job, you know, because got people were dying on that field, and I see people just just
Rod's got a few bangers, but Sheik are like next level. Get you out the slums. Yeah,
by the end of Sheik, everyone was up dancing.
That
Sunday night.
No, mate.
To have a good night now.
That Sunday, I took my chair out. Went to watch the Libertines.
No one seen you after Friday.
I actually didn't see you, mate, at all.
No, I didn't see you.
Someone said you went home, got off.
I heard you was in your camper van with your fucking aircon.
I didn't
chilling.
I was actually freezing. I was going to...
What did yours? You put a post of like, what's that tomato baby with the celery and something? What did you have?
Oh, Bloody Mary.
Well, it's Bloody Marys and all that.
Lad, have you got
that's your first bevy, lad, when you're having a rough day. You get the Bloody Mary and it brings you back on the straight and narrow.
Fuck, I had warm water.
Everyone was talking about sweating and all that, and I fucking was freezing as well. I had to pull my coat over. Everyone was like, it's falling too hot. I was like, well, I had a bit of front of my nipple. My nipples were like a bit chill this morning.
Was you cosy in the camper? What was it like keeping in there?
That aircon's a game changer.
Oh, I know it is, but...
Aircon is a game changer. Like, I've
never... Like comfy?
Lad.
Comfy enough?
Yeah.
Comfier than a fucking blow-up bed?
Lad, aircon is a game changer. Like,
so you have to sleep with the van on, or just... Like,
no, you put your aircon on.
I'd put the aircon on before I go out, because the van's plugged into the lecky, innit? So I just think, right, before I go out, I'll set it at like 16 degrees. So you come back in, it's on. And then turn it off. And then just put it back on the timer to turn on. About 2 hours later, just fucking cools it back down again. Fucking sound it was. Especially in that heat. The only problem was, I had to empty the toilet. No one else had the finger to do it. So I was trying to empty the toilet. And
don't.
I had to empty it into a cassette with a tube. And it didn't have the tube connected properly.
And it spat at you.
Did it spit on you?
No. It wasn't a smooth transition at the start. It was like, it was like the Ghostbusters. I was like, I had to get it in the slot.
All the moles, big Mersey trout floating out.
And then everyone claimed, chance for Nicola. Everyone who was on the bus with me was like, well, I was like,
definitely
fucking hell, I've just had to just seen all your fucking turds going. They went,
whoa.
Everyone was like, I haven't been had the way on. I've been going in, because we had a little pub we stay in. We could use the toilets there. He gave us a fob for it. So it was like, right, if you're desperate in there, but I've got to clean it out. So rather you go in there. Anyway, there was a load of chunks coming through, and everyone was going, stop it, lad. I haven't had the poo in there. And everyone was, I haven't had the poo in there. I was like, so it was only me then. I was like, it didn't seem like there was only one in there. But yeah, it was a different way of doing it, and I'm so happy with the how hot it was, because I don't know how.
No.
Everyone I know stayed in them tents, got off early.
Yeah.
On the Sunday, no one made the Sunday, because I think what happened was it was that hot. You had to get up and get out, because you couldn't lie in it after like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Kip, lad. So you're starting your day. I
7 o'clock as soon as that sun hits the tent.
So I'm not starting my day till 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you didn't get into it about 4 o'clock.
That's me all the time, though. Because I go, well, that's when
I was up on the Stone Circle at 10 o'clock in the morning, walking up to Libertine to 12.
Again, because
that's why I was fucked.
You've got nowhere to get out the sun. You've got to get up and get out and get a drink and get some. You go, fuck this. Need to get going.
But that the hottest place I've ever been.
That's unlucky. That.
It's a great clearance. Was that NYC down low in the meat factory. on a Saturday night, Seth Troxler was on. So like 4 till 6 he was on. I was stood there though, the sweat was dripping off my fingertips.
It's like a sauna in there.
And what's name was in there? Charlie XCX was in there.
Did you get felt up?
Unfortunately I didn't know. Gutted about it, I thought.
I'm gutted about it.
There was fellas walking around, the funny fellas walking around it though, because it's like it's a gay club. So there's fellas walking around, is like this big fat Santa fellas with just like a penny on, nothing else.
Right.
And then they stand on the bar, and like dance with the cock and that swinging at your face, trying to get, I'll have a vodka and Red Bull, please mate. They're knocking the cock out of your face.
I'd love to see him in there.
Oh, imagine him in there.
Yeah, it's not seeing that. That's
no, it's the honestly.
I got dragged in there, and it was just honestly like, do you think they can just grab you in that? Like, it's fucking mad.
There's actually a dark room in there, which all the gays go in. It's dark room, and on the outside it says consent is sexy. Like what the fuck?
No interest in that, mate. That's all your Bill Gardners. No, they're just being.
I was there. I got there about midnight. I got there about midnight and I was there. I don't want to touch me up, like. I got there about midnight and...
Sound gutted.
I was half gutted thinking, is it me? What's wrong with me?
Yeah, I only made Shangri-La or that Block 9 once. I was relatively sensible. I'll tell you who they bounced into. I was in Block 9 and the lads went to the bar and Big Andy Carroll was in there. I was like, what the fucking hell are you doing here?
I seen him on the page.
At that tree, that was boss, that glitter box.
I didn't miss that glitter box.
Where did I go? I didn't do glitter box.
You were there? Have you seen Andy Carroll?
Was that glitter box?
At the tree, glitter box takeover.
Oh, I didn't know
that was the Friday night. Where was I?
Friday night it was. We had a belter.
Oh yeah, it was with you, weren't I? Yeah. I didn't know that was glitter box.
Oh, Friday. That was Malibu State, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I followed. Mark texted me. Yeah, Mark texted me like because we were over there and I come over to see yous and went, I'll go and get the lads and come back. And then I couldn't see you, so you put your flag down. And I phoned Mark, I went, there's a Palestine flag by us. And I went, okay, so I was fucking gone.
Free Palestine.
And so I followed, this Palestine flag, and I followed it. All of a sudden, I was in the fucking Silver Haze. The one was walking. She was walking with it. And I just followed it. I was fucking that god, I just followed it. It's like, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck, where am I?
You just end up where you end up, don't you? It's like, the hardest thing about when there's loads of you, it's like herding cats. You take like an hour to get anywhere.
It's impossible.
What's going on here? Can we go in this shop and buy a hat? I'm just like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and there's
like,
20 of
in a second, like, come on.
Friday, Thingy night was good, Thursday night was good, and that green man bar we went to, remember that one? Where there was like just Hype and Roby in there. Remember at the end of the night when we were all in there and we bumped into Mark Murray and that?
Oh, yeah.
In that bar there.
Was that what it was, the green man?
Was it the green man bar?
I got off at I was like dead sensible, 1 o'clock. I was it.
I think I walked home with Graham at about 1 or 2 o'clock and got a pizza.
On the Thursday?
On the Thursday.
Yeah, I was in early, but for different reasons. Cannot be talked about.
Yeah. Wasn't you though, so.
It had to be done. It weren't me.
I was can't go that hard. Like,
some lad put it in the chat before, by the way. My bet's over 12.5 corners or something. What? It was like 4-1. There's been not one corner. And he's made me back it, by the way.
Oh, you've got something.
George, I've backed it, mate. And I don't know if it's my bad luck that's killed you off, but there's been 0 corners in 30 minutes.
To be fair, that's a big chance that's just been cleared off the line by Cucurella.
Massive chance, yeah.
To get themselves back in that there.
I think they'll score.
Do you reckon?
I do, yeah, I do.
They've only had that one chance in half an hour. Like.
The problem is, they're going to have to come out at some point. So it's that game of cat and mouse, and it look the way they keep the ball. Brilliant out of these Brazilian sides. It's like,
but then they fucking cat does that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they'll just rotate the ball around the back just to run the life out of it. There's no purpose to what they're doing. They're just starving the opposition of possession. But that, I think that works if you're 1-0 up, 1-0 down. Chelsea go, yeah, sound, no problem. Come, because these can't press. Chelsea, they're trying to press now from this structure. So you're trying to press with your 1 and your 4. Because your back 5 can't come up, because if they come up, you expose Thiago Silva's lack of mobility. So they're fucked. Chelsea really should just frustrate the life out of them. And the way Fluminense then have got to play is they've got to come out and try and take them on and have a go with them.
It looks hot there as well, doesn't it?
Well, it will be about the same temperature, I would imagine.
It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot.
28.
It's going to be hot here.
So
make sure you get your aircon on this weekend again.
It gets hot, yeah, the weekend.
I've just 30
the weekend.
30 the weekend. I've just ordered. I haven't made bed yet.
Is that global warming then? It's because on the thing now they put bright red things on it and it's lava. And you're like,
summer.
Yeah, it's just called summer. You fucking idiots. You'll have Greta fucking Thunberg on now. Fucking.
The BBC is in red. What's going on? It's just
She's
summer.
made an interesting shift, hasn't she, from the world's melting and you're all
35 degrees, yeah. 35.
Right.
I've ordered from HSS Hire tomorrow a mobile air conditioning unit for our house.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've ordered it for the week, 150 quid it was for the week. I have my birthday, she'll go mad. Because my house like an oven. So I've ordered it.
Yeah,
and
why don't you just get aircon installed?
Aircon, do we? We don't do it very
no,
rarely.
aircon's like, I looked at it, it was like 4 to 7 grand to get aircon fitted in your house.
Does that make it warm though? Can you get warm air as well as cold air?
It's a convection unit then, innit? So you can do both. But I mean, it was depending on how many units you got and what you got, between 4 and 7 grand.
And you use it probably 4 cold days in the winter and 4 hot days in the summer.
I've got a twat of a place in my close. I'm the last house on the left and there's no house in front of me and the sun goes down right in front of me, so it just burns on my house and my bedroom, the living room, and my house just cooks. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Is it not just worth the investment now, the 4 grand? Like, if you're going to do 150 quid per week,
buy a big umbrella. big honest
to God, when I turn my, I've got like a little fan in my room which gives you this, so I turned it on the other week when it was hot and in my room was 32 degrees. It gives you the temperature. I was just like, nah, this is taking the piss. So I've ordered the aircon unit, what goes out your window like a thing, yo.
Did you have to set it up or did they do it for you?
No, it's a plug and play one, but you've got to put it outside your window so it comes.
I'm on it. Yeah, I've seen like, and then
So what like
you put it in a window, don't you? And like.
Yeah, so I'm doing that tomorrow. So my bedroom's probably going to be cold.
Right, what was you saying about Greta, Joe, as well?
Oh yeah.
Greta's making an interesting pivot from the world's heating up and you've all caused this, and you're going to kill us all, our generation.
The turtles are dying.
Getting on a boat and trying to get into fucking...
I think it's puberty, that, you reckon?
No, but I'm like, what
puberty happens.
Pivoted from global warming to...
Puberty, strange things to get
stop
to these.
Israel bombing...
Oh!
Good header, lad. Stop Israel bombing people in Gaza. Like, that's a big pivot. Like, you're either asked about the planet heating up and killing everybody.
Yeah. I just think it's because she's...
Is it opportunism on her behalf, do you think?
I just think she's fully in the spectrum. So when these kids with ADHD and that, and they don't know what they have, like these zoning on things for little shorts of a time period, don't these, like they'll flip the switch to something else quick with all these kids. And that's why, that's what.
Does ADHD, does it even, like, I've seen some arguments that it doesn't even exist.
Yeah,
it's
it does.
Something that is,
it's ADHD and there's ADD. There's a few things where, like, I'm spectrumized.
Well, so. Isn't everybody?
Most people are. Most people are sort of like, on that. You definitely are 100%.
Fucking hell. Like, but I'm saying,
question.
like, isn't everybody at some level? So, like,
exactly.
by definition, like, just being a bit of a mad kid, you're getting medicated.
At the medication side of it, it's not that you're basically getting fed speed and what's slowly dripping into your body over the day.
The medication is?
Yeah. Ritalin.
Well,
the Ritalin is one.
It's Adderall, isn't it?
Adderall.
There's Adderall, Ritalin.
Oh, it's Penno. Give Penno.
Give it. Is he on board it?
Listen, these refs over there don't know
what's happened.
He's volleyed at him. He's volleyed it right at him, and he's like, he's hit his hand. Whether his hand's in the way of it or his hands to me look like.
There's not even a Fluminense player anywhere near it, so it's a fuck up from the Chelsea perspective here.
Come on, Fluminense.
Don't you find it funny that Down syndrome people, no matter where they're from, look like Down syndrome people? Like, there's a Brazilian kid there getting hugged because they got a pen and he's Down syndrome.
Do you know, like, they're my favourite
Chinese.
They're my favourite type of people.
Oh, they're incredible, like, so loving. But I'm saying Chinese Down syndrome looks the same as and African Down syndrome looks the same. Just.
On my TikTok, I love watching videos of them. Made they make me laugh, but not laughing at them. I just think they boss me. Like, how do I say this without sounding like a cunt?
I don't know, I'm trying to figure out now. I'm just watching you dig this hole here. I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
Because, like, I just think they're like, I don't know, they're just boss, aren't they? Like, they're like so happy all the time. And they're just,
there's no agenda with them, is it?
No,
do you know that they're
mega
horny? So, like, they're fucking at it like rabbits. Like, if you leave them alone and that, they're fucking after it.
Yeah.
Okay, where's this fact or where's this?
No, have you seen
one of my good mates, his uncle, who he looks a bit like, was Down syndrome. And he said, lad, if you turn your back on him for a second and he's fucking like a spider monkey, he's like, just trying to ride everything. So they had, like, obviously groups to go to, and he said, you're having to fucking watch them 24/7, because the minute you turn the back, they're that horny, they're just fucking...
Goosing each other or just...
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a pen.
Each other, yeah.
What's anything, like a pillow?
Anything, like anything, they'll tie it on, but they're just mega horny. Like, whatever makes you Down syndrome, the extra half a chromosome,
and they flip.
Makes you mega horny.
They flip as well. I used to go to Rugby College years ago when I was back in my heyday, and they had a Down syndrome class in there, and they used to go in the canteen and that, and I would just to watch them because they just stand there.
I am listening. I want to listen to this pen. Sorry, I know.
No penalty, yeah, because it was no just pen. There, yeah, because his arm was there.
I like that part of it where the mic'd up now. The refs, I do like that part of it.
So
where the refs explain his decision. I like that.
And you'd walk in the canteen and they'd just be proper necking the face off each other in the canteen. I'd be like, what the fuck? And proper groping each other and all that.
Mega horny, lad.
I wouldn't watch stuff like that. Like,
the highly sexed, like that's what I've been told.
There's a lad on TikTok who's got Down syndrome. I think must be from like Argentina or Brazil or something like that. And he's part of this like footy team, and he does the team talk before every game, but he can't speak properly. Just like, like he literally speaks like that, and they all just love it and buzz off it. And he's fucking, honestly, I'll have to put a little clip over it if we end up doing it. But like, he's just boss, and I loved him, mate.
Yeah, do you know? Have you seen that the Netflix thing? What's it called? Love on the Spectrum. Have you seen that?
Oh, no. It's so good.
Oh, it's about Down syndrome and
no, it's not Down.
But they go on dates and that Down syndrome and people who are like highly autistic and that. Like, you know what? Imagine trying to sell that program to Netflix. Right, listen.
Angry Gingy, didn't he get nicked for breaking?
I've seen that.
Breaking something the other day, or allegedly
at Silverstone.
The Red Bull streamer, or
he was streaming at Silverstone. I didn't see him. I was knocking about there. I didn't see him.
I seen a video or something, but
yeah, but that's a hell of a gaff, you know, Silver. I know you're not interested.
I just can't. I just can't get into. I like that. Drive to Survive. I think that's a good little scene. That's helped me.
It's so good.
In terms of, I was no interest in Formula 1, and then when I watched that, I went, do you know what? You see the character, the drivers a little bit. It's grown me interest in a little bit. But honestly, lads, the fucking best car wins.
That's right. Listen, the McLaren.
I don't really enjoy watching the races that much.
Well, and also, whoever gets to the front, you go, right, you don't fucking get past him.
Unless they fuck up. Well, that's the only thing.
It should be, the only way to change it is you should have like a couple of banana skins or an oil slick and you get in front of you like Mario Kart. Or you can, remember road rage, you can fucking punt like Verstappen would be the best at that because he'd fucking lose,
Verstappen's a fucker, isn't he? Well, Verstappen in qualifying, you want to see it. There was he came out of nowhere in qualifying and got the fastest lap on the last lap in qualifying. Everyone hates him, don't they?
I love him.
And everyone just went boo. The whole stand just went nuts.
Doesn't care.
And then on race day, he overtook Oscar, and it was like he shouldn't have done because there was a car out. I don't really understand the rules properly, but he had to, and then he slowed down a bit, and because we had thunder and lightning, we had fucking Scorchio, everything during the race, he spun off and 10 cars got past him and everyone was going yes, they fucking hate him, you know.
He is hated.
He did get under the world title when he slowed
down. That was outrageous.
That made me lose a little bit of
that made me because I was actually like fucking hell, this is sick, and then that happened and I was just like,
you can't do that.
Shittest rule.
Yeah, crap.
You just heard them going, let them race, we can't because they've got different tyres on.
If a car crashes, everyone catches up to each other. And you're just back in the bunch then?
Yeah, because Oscar, that was in the race on Sunday. Oscar Piastri, he had like a 13. He had 13 or 14. Oscar Piastri. He had like a 13, 14 second lead over Lando Norris. And then obviously someone crashed. And that was it, back down to fucking nothing again. That's what I don't like.
That is shit.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Sense.
That's what I don't like.
That's like I struggle with in footy. It's 3-0. Someone gets injured.
Yeah, so your man stays down, you score 2 goals.
You score, and then it's like, all right, we're fucking back there now.
Yeah. But this is the thing.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's...
This is the thing, though, isn't it? Like, he's been there.
George.
Like, the Formula 1 race is just a race, but there's a load of races before and Formula 2 and all the stuff before, isn't it? So it's like an event. It's like a day's event.
Oh, no, it's a full festival. It's a full... They had like 60,
My bird was DJing there.
Were they, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, full...
on the Friday?
Full sessions.
This year?
Sorry?
Just
on
gone.
On the Fridays, you just DJ'd there.
Well, the fucking I should have told me I was there. I could have got me fucking snuck in somewhere. But we snuck in. We snuck in. I mean, we snuck in the F2 pits. Want to see it? Literally snuck right in. We got past this one.
Show me the video before.
Did I the picture?
Show me before. You've definitely fucking got Parkinson's or something.
You don't know. No, well, fucking.
We did sunburn when your head burns like Glastonbury.
But yeah, we got past 2 security fellas, got in and we were stood in the pit lane with the F2.
Just looking at the cars.
I was just thinking.
Sniffing the car fumes.
Sniffing the exhaust.
Sniffing the fucking petty fumes.
And then we got thrown out of the... we got bunked in the paddock and got thrown out of there within 5 seconds. But yeah, then we just sat down and watched the race.
I can't...
I'm the same. I enjoyed that programme.
Drive to Survive's got me a little bit more finger on it. But
I can't actually watch like a race style, or I wouldn't go to the F1.
Yeah, it bores me.
Wouldn't go there.
I'd rather watch cricket. I'd rather watch a test match cricket than a Formula 1 race.
Also wouldn't watch that.
I've been to cricket, I don't mind cricket. I just can't, I can't bear, I've been to basketball, I can't bear it.
You know what, lad? I seen a Boss game live. I wouldn't...
Basketball?
I've only been to one game and it ended with like the last second. But
basketball is boring for the first 3 quarters and then the last quarter.
No.
Is unbelievable.
Mine was the opposite. 60. The last quarter...
If it's a blowout, then it's just like... They put all the fucking shit players in. That'd be
Golden State Warriors were lead by about 22 points, so everyone knew they'd won by the last quarter. So loads were getting off and everything. It was like
managing it out. Yeah.
It was just like it was just
like
boring.
Being 4-0 up in a fuzzy match.
That's exactly what it was.
That's only because you're the casual, though. The hardcore stay.
I'm a massive basketball fan, mate.
Who's your team?
Oklahoma. They've just won the NBA title.
Oh yeah, you went
I was in Oklahoma, weren't I? So.
What's the name of tickets?
Oklahoma City Thunder.
What's the name of tickets to go to the game, John Gardner?
Is he still over there?
He's still over there, yeah. He had tickets. That was his first game he'd been all season as well, and he had tickets for that game.
Scott final, game 7.
Mad name like Wildcats or Bobcats or Thunder.
Or get into this convo again.
They can't have a proper team name,
like
can they?
Forest or United.
Like Colorado.
They must say the same about us though. Manchester United, that's a shit name, isn't it? Because they're all like, no, America is just like
Everton's
emphasised.
Liverpool, that's it. It's like
Everton's emphasised, and it's like just dead
like
to the
Everton Wildcats or
Liverpool
Leopards. It's like fuck off. Just have your own team name.
Everton John Eds.
Putting the fucking nonsense on the end.
There's loads like the professional teams, like the Golden State Warriors. It's so cringy, I think, stuff like that. The Toronto Raptors. It is a bit cringe, isn't it?
Yeah, I just can't get into it. I couldn't get... You're not getting me into fucking American rounders. You're not getting me into American rugby. But with fucking...
I've been to a baseball game and it lasted like 8 hours.
Oh, it's fucking...
Hardly anyone hit the ball. Like, they don't hit the ball.
I've done NFL.
They play for strikes out. NFL is fucking boss.
Yeah.
I love the NFL.
I've been in the London game a few times. It's good live.
I'd love to go and see it live. But I used to enjoy watching on the telly. I used to be in the fancy leagues. I've seen like the proper NFL fancy leagues.
Yeah.
So we done one in college for a little like 20 quid or whatever, 20 quid in, and it was fucking boss, you know. Like keeping up to date with it. But NFL's good. Baseball is the worst.
I couldn't think of it.
It's rounders.
Over the baseball's on or what else go.
But you know, like baseball, it seems like it could be quite exciting. They barely hit the ball. Like barely.
It's like strikeouts.
They're playing for strikeouts basically. So a good game in baseball is when they haven't hit the ball.
No.
Lad, it's massive in the States though.
It's massive because they're all retarded.
They're all fake,
I know, but it's massive. So is NASCAR, to be fair. NASCAR's bigger than Formula 1, isn't it?
NASCAR's as big, but NASCAR's just one circle, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't mind that because at least they fucking bang into each other and they have a little bit. Formula 1 now, fucking hell. You get in the front and you got your fucking DRS on and all the spoilers, you're gone.
They're changing it now. Al Lewis was saying they're changing it next year. Oh, they had a chance there. They're changing it next year. So they're making the cars, supposedly, I don't know what he was telling me, thinner.
Unless they make it like fucking Mario Kart.
Making the cars smaller, like thinner, so
more
it's
overtakes.
More overtakes and that.
To make it more exciting.
Yeah.
You should be allowed a couple of weapons in your car. A flamethrower on it or that. You whatever, you pick what you've got.
I reckon like that cartoon we were kids. With these
wacky races.
Wacky races.
Yeah, like someone just had an unbelievable idea here, by the way, and we're definitely going to do this, so thank you. We need to make a fancy footy league for the podcast, and the winner gets a prize at the end. So all our all our fans.
For the foot. Oh yeah.
It's a fucking great idea. Great idea, and we will definitely be setting it up. So keep an eye out for that.
We have to sort out the prize winner from the 10,000 for the Clips fans as well.
We'll have to. Joe, we'll let you lend this camper van for a week. That's the prize.
We're going to hire the box, and we go to footy. We'll do the footy
during the season. Yeah.
We're saying about the golf, but then we're a footy show.
Not everyone plays golf, so it's a bit shit. But yeah, we'll get a box and we'll take 4 or 5.
Say now, we'll
see what we can get in the box, and
usually get 10 in the box, or say 8. Maybe get 10, 12, so say 8.
That'll be good. That. But yeah, great idea, Les. It's Les.
Good shout. That I didn't even think about that.
And that'll be getting done. We'll have to think of a good prize. But there's got to be a forfeit for whoever's last as well.
Oh yeah.
A big dirty forfeit of like something mad.
Yeah, but obviously they'll just go missing while in action, won't they?
No, like if you got to wear like a Liverpool shirt during the podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Why would I wear?
Because you lost, so you can bottom.
Finish bottom, fair
enough. That's what I mean.
Right,
something like
that.
Or we could have like a little monthly loser prize just between us. Like.
So what's your thoughts, as we're going to our time here? What's your thoughts on Liverpool's business so far? No, you're obviously. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, very happy with it.
You're happy for Nunes to go?
Yeah, very happy.
Obviously,
I think this Diaz whole thing left a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth, though. I don't know what's going on with Diaz.
He's going to Barca, isn't it?
I don't know yet, but it just seems like he's... Did you see the interview done? I think it was on the day of Jota's funeral as well, which has made it a bit sour for me. He done an interview talking about Barcelona and his team were discussing it with Liverpool and stuff, and I just thought that was... You know, I'm at the point now where if you don't want to play for Liverpool, just fuck off then. I'm not bothered. Yeah. I'm not going to be whinging.
Virtus must be happy with it. I know the price tag puts a bit of pressure on, but he's a good signing, isn't he?
Virtus for
Frimpong, again.
For the 100 million quid for Virtus, that is... I think that's his price. That's his value. I think.
Yeah, I think it's that's the value.
That's his value.
I wouldn't say it was like.
I would say
it's not an amazing deal.
130, but
we haven't been shafted.
130 million, but
you haven't been shafted because you've got fucking 35 for Quanta, which is great fucking business for you, isn't it?
Business, and if we get
good prospect, but 35 mil,
but
you're buying his potential.
60 mil buyback as well.
Oh no, listen, it's a smart deal from Liverpool. I mean, Kittle, it's a good development league for Girelli, probably. I think quite ready well for Liverpool.
It'll do him well, that.
I think he should have gone on.
It's a slower league.
When he left Bristol Rovers with us, I thought he needed a championship, kind of maybe in a top end League One, bottom end of the middle champ loan. And
yeah, you're right.
Because of Liverpool's situation, he went into the first team picture. Then again, you're playing with Alisson behind you, Van Dijk and Robertson and Trent. You're going to learn and grow.
Yeah.
I thought he just needed to play regular, which he never got. But obviously, the experience, the other side of it he gets is exposure to Liverpool's team and the learning from Liverpool's first team group. This year he's had nowhere near probably the opportunities because Konate's been fitter than he was last season, and he still had a few moments. But this year coming, he's got to play. You can't have 2 years as a young player where you're learning on the job. Like you can have maybe the period that he's had, but I think this year was absolutely key to his development to play.
I think he knew that as well.
And the good thing is, obviously, the two lads who we've had, Elliot and Gerald, obviously helped England win the under-21s.
Yeah.
But again, Elliot was kind of in the same boat, went back to Newcastle, wasn't really playing in his natural position or getting a regular run of games. It's only going to Forest that has brought his game on massively because he's, first team player playing regular. And I think Quanta will benefit from that.
Correct, I think he will,
He wasn't going to ever play in Liverpool's first team long term. I don't think he's...
And because I think when Quanta came
he's
in...
at that level just now.
When Quanta came in, there was a few games like against Man United and stuff where he made individual errors where if he gets a run of games, he doesn't make them errors. You know what I mean? So he's coming in and...
Well, the reason he goes to Bristol Rovers or he goes on loan the next year or maybe he has 2 years loan before he gets it is to make them errors so he doesn't make them in Liverpool's team, because if you make them there, you might get another chance.
Yeah.
Because they play high stakes football. You go and make them mistakes lower down and go, and that's why them lads go on loan, because you're trying to accelerate the learning.
Get out the system.
And the only way you really learn is by getting it wrong, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You need to get it wrong a few times so that you can get it right all the time.
Yeah, all players, not many players jump into first teams.
Like when you think he's got fucking 30 million off, so that puts Virtus at, what, you pay 130 for Virtus?
No, play the under guaranteed plus 15 if you win the Champions League and 15 if you win the Premier League.
Well, that's 130 then, isn't it?
Well, that's not guaranteed, is it? It's like a bonus, it's an add-on. It's 100 million fee.
Right now, we've only paid up to 100 million basically.
All right, so if you win the league next year, that's
70
million. And if you're in the Champions League in 2 years, that's 130.
Correct,
yeah. So, yeah, all right, but you've still paid over 100 mil.
We potentially will pay over 100 mil, but we haven't yet.
Yeah, well, again, yeah, you will pay over 100 mil. I would imagine. Yeah, you'll win the league.
We play Preston on Sunday.
I don't know next year, but like in Virtus' contract, Liverpool will win another league, I think.
I'd like to think so.
It'd be a brave man who bets against that.
I think next season's going to be... I mean, it was always going to be a hard season next season anyway, but I think it's going to be one of them seasons next season where...
Half-time in the game, innit?
Yeah, it's going to be go one or two ways for me, this Liverpool team next season. It's gonna...
for fuck's... Is that like...
No.
Why?
Because Jota's
just
passed away.
300 million?
No, I just think some of the players, their heads are going to fall off, or they're going to go, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my knuckle down and do it. I'm going to do it. So I think a lot of the players are going to be, some will sink and some will swim over what's happened. I just think it's going to be a tough one. I think, personally, it'll be tough.
This might me being brutal.
I think it'll be tough.
I think by the time the fucking season kicks off and you're 3 or 4 games in, ships in the night, lads, unfortunately. Jota will be forgotten.
No, I don't think that. No, I don't think. I've got a lot of players.
Anyone been crying for Amy Winehouse? She died at 28.
She didn't win the Premier League. What the fuck? With Liverpool team, she been playing for centre fireworks for Liverpool.
But I'm saying, like, people move on relatively quickly. Listen, it's incredibly sad. His family will never move on. You know, you people who are really close to him. Some lads, obviously, his best, they'll always be there. But very, very quickly, the future takes over the past very, very quickly. Even in bereavements, obviously there'll be fleeting moments where you
in sports,
or there'll be something in the programme or someone will see something that will engage the memories. But life just keeps moving.
But I'm saying not everyone's the same. So
life just keeps moving.
It does keep moving, but not every. I think some players may sink this season because of it, like Andy Robbo. I know they don't get, but I'm saying some players who are really close to him might just think it might take them a longer time to get over this than others, maybe.
Or it could make them go
up the arse.
Which is exactly what I've just said. It's going to go one or two ways for them.
So you're already. This is the thing about Liverpool fans. You're already building in your excuses not to do well, considering you've laid out loads of money, right?
No,
you've lost Jota. Let's be honest here. You were trying to fucking ship Jota anyway. You were sitting here saying Nunes and Jota wouldn't mind him going so we can get Isaac.
He was going
Jota's
to Newcastle.
Fitness,
Jota's injury record.
Jota's fitness this year wasn't perfect. Let's just say wasn't perfect. So Liverpool are going, well, we can't rely on Jota's fitness anymore.
No, you're correct. You're right.
Nunes, you can't rely on his performance. So realistically, Liverpool were always going to have to be in the market for somebody to replace Jota if he should leave, or Nunes if he should leave. So I don't think that's changed. I still think Liverpool sign a striker before the season starts.
Yeah. Well, we do, 100%.
So, who is that striker? Where's he come from? So, Gyökeres is going to Arsenal now.
Yeah, I love that, by the way.
Did you see the stat about Gyökeres, the amount of goals he scored from penalties and who they were against?
Go on.
Don't.
So, someone done a stat in the Portuguese Superliga, basically all where his goals were scored. He's Harry Kane against none of the big sides and only penalties against. Like, so, but also they were going, well, hang on a minute, Saka's Arsenal's penalty taker. So if you've signed Gyökeres for this, so they're going to have to sacrifice Saka being star boy, building Saka because he needs them goals to, if you're a winger who gets 15, 20 goals, it makes you stand out. But obviously if 10 of them are penalties and then all of a sudden Saka's only getting 8, 9 goals now, but Gyökeres is getting them penalties and putting them away against the lower teams. Someone done it, I didn't keep the tweet, someone done it, the comparison, basically saying Gyökeres scores penalties against the lower to mid teams that Saka does for Arsenal. That's what Saka does for Arsenal. Basically, he's going to take 10 goals off Saka, so are Arsenal going to let him take the pens to get him scoring for the 9 they need? But in the midst of that, Saka suffers because he gets 8, 9 penalties that boost his goal record.
That's same for anyone who's coming in, because Salah's our pen taker. Number 9's going to come in who takes pens. I mean, I still think I've got there's an outside chance.
Right. Who the fucking hell are these? I can see it's Berbatov.
Oh, this is TNT American, innit?
All right, but I'm trying to work out that Berbatov's on there.
Look like Berbatov, yeah.
Yeah, Mucha from the game the other day, he was sound. Touch is still great.
Oh, such is fucking still sexy, innit?
He didn't have the I thought he'd have a bit
aura.
He's cool, he's a cool guy, but he didn't have that. Like, I thought he's going to be a bit more powerful. He's not. I was a bit.
He's a bit of a wet wipe.
No, he's just. Do
you mean dressing room aura?
No, he's cool, great feet and all that. But I thought he was going to be a little bit more, like, powerful. He wasn't as powerful as I remember when I played against him. He was a bit more. Obviously he's retired a bit, but he still had the touch and all that, but he just lost that like that power, that explosiveness.
He's been retired for years now, hasn't he? So you got to expect a bit. Should expect a bit like that. No, I think Liverpool striker. I still think
Isaac still on the table.
I honestly still think.
Yeah, I've heard like mad little rumours because he hasn't signed a new contract, has he? Yeah?
No, I still think that with this, if we get this 60 million for Nunes, we go and bid 120 for Isaac.
If we get 60 mil?
I think I could do it,
So in some regard, as obviously the untimely passing and the tragedy of Jota, has that hurt Liverpool? Because, they sell him to Saudi to get 40, 50 mil.
Well, no.
As it is now.
I heard he was going to Newcastle for
Jota?
like the other way, mate. Did you not hear that?
No.
Didn't hear that?
Didn't hear Newcastle Jota,
I heard massive rumours about Jota going to Newcastle.
I think as a player, if he could stay fit,
listen, Jota,
honestly, Jota, I watched the fucking compilation of his goals. Every single goal he'd scored for Liverpool, and was unbelievable at finishing left foot, right foot.
Head.
Not even like head down, one touch, and his head as well. Headers.
Yeah,
always popped up with a little header, and he was fucking unbelievable.
He's a big loss. It seems more, obviously, as a player, he's going to be a loss, but as a person, it seems like he was like a full
from what everyone's
saying,
room. just like a proper lovely fella, and you can just see that. Loved his FIFA, didn't he? He used to stay up till like 1, 2 in the morning, the night before the game.
Do you know, for the week the other year, he was ranked number 1 in the world at FIFA.
Yeah, lad. He was like serious at FIFA.
For like a week, he was ranked. It was like just something nuts. It was just mad.
But
yeah, he just seemed to be like
so sad. Honestly, like it still hasn't sunk in. I don't think it'll sink into the first game of the season. Like it's just
life moves on.
It does. It does.
But the shot you're right. Sometimes
it was a bit scary how quick they had the funeral and it was just over. I feel for his poor family.
That's what happens over them places.
I feel for his poor family that it's like you don't see him and all of a sudden you're burying him and then it's done then. You can't even have time to grieve.
Did any you see fucking soft lad Achim Fenwa's tweet where he like...
what a fucking mad tweet.
He's just a fucking imbecile, isn't he?
Let's
be honest.
Yeah,
I was like, what? Well done, you fucking imbecile.
Like, you know what? I didn't like...
Fellow number 20.
I didn't like the Costas' tweet on Jota either.
He put a picture of the car crash, didn't he?
Just don't do that, mate.
He put a picture of the crash site.
With Jota's shirt.
Simicas on Instagram with a Jota shirt hanging from him.
Fucking, I was like, what are you playing at?
That's so...
Stop. I haven't watched... About Lucian showing me all videos and all that. I said, I don't want to see any of that shit, mate. I don't want to know.
So have they figured out what's actually happened? Yeah, because the double tragedy, imagine...
Popped his tyre.
His tyres popped as he...
He's in a Lambo.
He's gone to overtake, tyre gone.
He's in a Lambo, like a low Lambo.
Mad, 8 days ago, there was a crash at that same site, at that same point in the road, where a woman in a van has all flipped it.
But wasn't they were driving to get the ferry from Santander?
Because I was injured last season when he cracked his rib and punched his lung. He had an operation. So this is how unlucky Jota is. The injury was kept him up most of last season when he punched his lung. He had an operation, he couldn't fly. So he was driving to Santander to get the boat back to training.
He's on his
way. It's
there.
just like the most.
But when he going to fly? And the doctors said no, you can't. So
he said they advised him not to fly because he had just had lung surgery. That protocol that's like. Yeah. You couldn't like blame the doctors because it's just
you're not blaming the doctors. I think, but I remember them.
Was it him driving? Or
you think it was him driving at the minute? He said he think it was him driving, but I mean, it's just like.
But he weren't speeding. He weren't speeding.
I think he was speeding, but it doesn't really matter because he's going to be speeding a Lamborghini.
Yeah, but if you're doing 100 mile an hour in a Lamborghini, that's like doing fucking 70 mile an hour in a Mercedes, isn't it? Well, the built to go quick then.
That road is 120 kilometers an hour speed limit. That road. So even if he's going the speed limit, I mean, you're doing 60 kilometers an hour and your tyre pops, that can happen. So no matter what speed you're doing, I think there was someone said there was a lot of that road itself is meant to be horrific. And I've drove them roads in Spain. They're fucking awful, by the way. They are awful. So and he's overtook. And there might have been some debris in the road.
What?
There might have been some... I know, yeah, that's a joke, but... So there might have been some debris in the road after crashing 8 days ago or something, and it might have hit the tyre. Also, if his tyre... If he hadn't checked his tyres... Because them Lamborghinis, mate, as you've done powerful cars...
low profile, yeah.
They last 4 months, them tyres. So if you haven't checked your tyres before you've left... and you haven't had a service before you've left, and you're driving on them roads at 120 kilometers an hour, your tyres, they need changing every 6 months. So if he hasn't changed them, there's just like a perfect storm has just happened. And it's just the most...
That when it's your fucking time to go, it just shows you it's your time to go.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's just going any time. Like.
But again, you know, if he flies, he could have fucking had his lung explode, and do you know what I mean? So he can't.
It's just Jota. He's the most
unlucky.
He was the unluckiest player for injury. Remember, he broke his ankle or something. Someone fell on his ankle, and he broke his rib. Someone fell on his rib. He's just been the most unlucky, and then all that as the domino effects caused him to die. I find that hard to get my head around, but
it must be. There must be. When it just shows you when it's your time to go. It's your time to go. Or if people are going, like religious people out there, they go, oh, you know, part of God's plan and all that. I'm like,
nah.
Well, it's a bit of a cunt then, isn't it? There's God.
Someone said that. Someone said,
like, yes. He let you get married, 3 young fucking bairns in.
Let you win the league, win the Nations League, get married, and
3 young kids in the house.
And then your time to go, mate. What the fuck?
And then just throws a little curveball.
But then there's all fucking nonsense and rapists and that walking around everywhere while he's got...
But again, it does... A lot of people say that when they talk about... And they go, well, how does he allow 3-year-old kids or 2-year-old kids
to get cancer? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
what a cunt he is if there is a God.
Again,
you know what I mean? At first I could say
Ricky Gervais, isn't it Ricky Gervais that says that?
No, I think it was the fella, the posh fella who's got a kid, his boyfriend's about 20.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
I think it was
Stephen Fry,
it might have been Christopher Hitchens who was big on that. It was like, if you wanted an omnipotent God, like, you got to think of all the bad stuff that happens that he has to be accountable for.
Yeah, you'd be like,
who would want somebody who knows everything that you do, and like, who would want that?
No, you wouldn't. But if you met him and he was really, you go, what a prick you are, by the way.
Yeah, well, obviously there's a lot of good as well, because every day there's many miracles, you know, people being born, etc. And
there's also many unnecessary tragedies.
Yeah, but I would imagine there's far more proof. Positive on a daily basis than there is negative on the planet.
I wouldn't even
Not
like
these
to
days.
estimate that figure.
Yeah, it
but
must be.
I'd say...
Or we wouldn't be here, because if it was an overwhelmingly bad experience, we'd eventually just cease it. You'd be swallowed by...
Yeah. Someone just wrote here, butterfly effect. He's fucking spot on there.
I feel we have to lift the mood a little bit. It is incredibly sad. It was fucking horrible seeing, you know, obviously the wife and the mum, and you think, fucking hell. Imagine the ma there, so proud of her boys, and then gone. Like,
both
how'd
of them,
you carry on? Yeah, how'd you carry on?
And the other lad as well.
Forward.
You seen the granddad, didn't you? And just thinking,
yeah, how'd you keep? Well, you're at the top of the world. Less than 10 days, 2 weeks before, where you're getting married and everything's going great, and young family, and
Premier League, Nations League, and then got married.
Yeah, and the next minute, you know, your life flipped on its head. It's why you must enjoy everything you get, even the shit bits. Oh, fucking, you know, if you're going to get some shit, but like, enjoy it, because you got, like, I've been saying a lot, like, you know, you have to have gratitude for even the stuff that is a fucking pain in the ass sometimes. You go, do you know what, at least I'm fucking able to do it. Or
and when you're looking at it, I mean, you think of, like, sometimes when your kids are doing your head in, your missus is doing your head in, and you think, fucking hell, there's people who haven't, like, look at you. I was thinking the other day, thinking Jota just doesn't, he'd love to have his missus doing his head in for just another hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of them.
You have to take out of it, as, you know, the sadness of the situation. You have to take out of it the positivity of fucking live your life every day, because
don't give a fuck.
You could just be overtaking someone on the fucking motorway, and then next minute your fucking life as you knew it is completely changed.
It's gone. Yeah, just gone.
Just in a split second, like you wouldn't even, like, the tyre will pop and you rolled over it within 3 seconds.
And it burst
you wouldn't even know.
Hopefully you didn't know.
No, you're knocked out there. If that's rolling, that car in them little cars, would have been getting squished anyway, and then the car set the light and you just
I don't even want to think about it. Like,
split seconds, like, and like you don't even know what's happened.
And then, but I find there's some, like, little signs and stuff. Like, everyone has their, like, as you said, people they'll trigger some people, not trigger them, but, like, you'll remember it. Like, I was watching Fatboy Slim on Saturday night with R. Lewis, and then he's come on done a set, and the big three screens, big picture Diego Jota up, he put up big massive.
I've seen Oasis's thing that, and then after was,
but then right in front of me, this man and woman had a fucking Portuguese flag right in front of me. So I'm just like, a Portuguese flag and a fucking picture of Diogo Jota. I'm just like, wow, that's just fucking, it got me as Big John.
The other one for me was our Penn's been getting upset. He's only 7 and he just turned 7. When he was like, trying to comprehend, because he's a Liverpool fan, the kind of what's gone on, and he was getting upset. And then he'd settled down, and then he had, you know, the match attacks, the cards, and he had Jota on the card, and he got the card and just started crying. I was like, oh mate, don't worry. He was like, he can't get his head around what's going on and why it's happened, and you try and explain, listen, it's just a freak accident. And
but kids don't understand that.
No, they can't get his head around.
And it's like when coming home from school, I was thinking, because I drove to work and I was at the top of Parley, and I got a text, and I got 4 or 5 texts, and then I got like 4 or 5 texts, and I'm driving, and I got 4 or 5 phone calls. I didn't answer any because I knew what they were saying, and my mum went blank, and I drove like past work. I ended up in Costco, and I was just driving everywhere, and just, you know, you're just thinking, and our kids coming home from school thinking,
let's have a look.
Oh, I could have sold you them. I've just R. Lewis has got them in fucking size 9.
I've just got some new boots, let's see. Size a day?
Oh no, not the red ones.
Are these like the Questas, these, or are they the cheaper ones? Look a bit Questa, are they the new ones?
Show the camera.
Look a bit, not for me them, you know.
That was only,
refs.
that'll be £2,000 Adidas.
£190 with this from 260.
Oh, bargain.
They don't make boots like they do anymore.
They're fucking lovely now. Chat.
Have you got it on? Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see it. They're beautiful.
Oh,
You've
they're
got to have black ones.
stand finders. Adidas. Stand finders.
No, it's sound. And I got some ones for our Lewis. They were like $260 and he's fucking crap at footy. So you're fucking paying half and he's fucking can't get a ball.
Yeah, you're wasting your time there. Get him something else, like him set a golf club or something.
No, he's into the go-kart and that isn't what he was. He's got a beard now, so he's found women.
Oh God. Yeah. He won't need his footy boots then.
Yeah, he won't need the boots. Nah, he's all right. He's got much.
He had the back out for the second half, no changes.
He's got much better than what he was as kids.
I can't see it. To be fair to them, it's like them winning the World Cup. I think with Thiago Silva, because he never won a European Cup while he was here, did he? I think this is obviously a swan song if he could win this. Yeah, it was a great finish as well. Really good finish. Cut in off the right, bent it in, keeping no chance. I wonder if Liverpool must be insured for Jota though. They must be insured for stuff like that. They will be
insured, 100% they are insured.
I've seen that they said they're going to honour his contract for the next 2 years, which is a nice touch.
Listen, that's the least they could probably do, Liverpool as football club for the...
Are we thinking here that it could galvanise Liverpool, or you're more worried about the emotional effect that it pulls Liverpool
down? Some players are more worried about the emotional effect than others.
Salah's tweet about it.
Salah looks like he's hurt over it. Salah looks like he should mention he was scared.
It could really galvanise. It could really galvanise the group.
Are you going for game of footy now?
Got to side them on, lad.
You're gonna get in the bathroom then, when we used to do that. We used to get in the bathroom boots. I used to do.
They're dodgy with that. I think they're a bit tight.
If you've got the same squad as last year, you could could bring them down a bit, but because the new players who didn't really know,
which is a mad one.
I
feel sorry for them a little bit.
Liverpool as a football club handle emotion really, really well. So if it was any other club, you go, but Liverpool, because of what they've been through with Hillsborough, because of the fight and the way the people have been, and
there's a city itself,
that raw emotion, I think they know how to utilise that to propel the club forward. Like when I seen, all the people outside Anfield and putting everything down, and obviously you had a few Evertonians turn up. I thought the way that was handled, because if you're the club, you're in a tricky spot because you're like, fucking hell, it's off season, what are we going to do here?
No, I thought that was great.
Top shout out for fucking Seamus Coleman, by the way.
It's a great shout for Coleman. That got me, that got me.
What went on? Tell me what happened.
He turned up at 11:30 at night. He said to pay his respects, and he said, "Listen, I said, what are you doing?" He said, "Oh, listen, I want to do it of a night when no cameras or not, and when they just to pay me respects to him." And it was like, fucking hell, no one else.
I seen David Moyes was over there. I seen Ian Snowden over there with
Snods went over, yeah.
Portuguese lads, Chimetti and
but Seamus, that's him as a person.
Yeah,
that sums him as a person, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's a proper fella, yeah.
Oh, 100%. Respect for him went up a little bit.
It did, yeah. When I seen that, I thought, fucking hell, that's top. I took our Hardy and the girls down on that day.
Do you think they'll retire his number?
Yeah, they got to.
Roddy said they're gonna.
I didn't know that. That's a nice touch as well, isn't it? I mean, not that it makes a
someone asked before, Joe,
to the family, but it is a nice touch.
It's for the
you
club.
You were around when Fo?
Yeah.
Was you at City when Fo died?
You was in
the first team?
I was training with them. I was in the first team. I played with Mark a few times. Yeah.
He was kind of. I remember.
It's a shock, like a proper shock. That, but like, I don't know. Weirdly, I don't know, because it was a car accident. Like Mark died from a medical. He had a heart attack in the Confederations Cup, didn't he, on the pitch?
Yeah.
But
I think because it's not natural causes as such.
It's because the way Jota's died made it worse. Yeah, it has.
Because it's like, if you're Liverpool now, I seen that Simmercast the other day when it was Fingio coming from my mates, and he had the same car. No, this wasn't recent. This was 2 months ago. I seen him driving and he crossed past me, and he had one of them low Lamborghini Hurricanes or whatever.
I'd get to fuck them.
So I'm going, now if you're a manager walking in, you're going, right, get that to fuck, get rid of any supercars, get them off my training ground, get yourself a Range Rover, get yourself a fucking G-Wagon or whatever, something high up off the ground, get rid of them supercars. Not that it's anything to do with the car.
You're just thinking, mitigating the risk a little bit.
If he drives in that, it just brings that memory back, doesn't it? Because you go, fucking hell, yeah.
I know. One of the lads in work said, he's a blue, and he said a good point. He said, they should have to, the dressing room change it a bit now. They'll move it about, because you don't want to go in and sit next to where Jota used
to going to bring a memory back and
so
all
just
that,
change, just move it about a little bit, change the training ground a bit. Anything that memories can that can bring it back.
See,
should change.
I think, like as I say, I think it's going to be tough because the first couple of games, and there's going to be obviously a lot of emotion around the place because that's when they'll feel it the most. But as I say, because of Liverpool's history in heartache and tragedy, I think that football club will find a way of making that work for them as opposed to holding them back. I know it's still finely balanced, I get that, but I do feel that. I also think, and I must say this here, I also thought Cristiano Ronaldo got a lot of stick unnecessarily.
I didn't like that one. I didn't sit right with me that for me.
I know, but I know what you're about to say, so finish what you're saying, Joe.
Because, I mean, he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. If he turns up, it becomes the Cristiano show. And he said, when his dad had died, his sister put the tweet out. You see his sister's tweet saying, when my dad died, the press were climbing all over other people's graves to try and get pictures of Cristiano. So, and he didn't want for that to be the case for, obviously, Diego Jota and their family in their moments of, obviously, grief, that you had, the craziness of the paparazzi and the craziness of the media, coming and causing havoc for, a family special moment.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been the case with Jota, because I think because it was a high profile death anyway, I think there would have been a little bit more decorum is a good word for it.
You can see why he's well, we don't know what's going on, who knows what's going on, but
he stayed in Mallorca. The FA booked the flight for him and he stayed in Mallorca, but because he's the captain of the Portuguese team, he should have been there for me.
My reaction was the same as that at first, but then I also seen the side of, if he goes, especially in Portugal, it just becomes the Cristiano Ronaldo show, and it takes it away from especially like the family and stuff. So at first, when I seen what you said, I was like, fucking hell, what a dickhead. But then I was like, maybe
I just don't think
if he's had good intentions of not going because he doesn't want to make it about him, then it's actually quite fair enough.
Yeah, I just don't. I think because it was Jota's funeral, I don't think it would have been all about him.
But I was saying that
Van Dijk turned up, didn't he? I mean, I know Virgil's not as big a superstar as Cristiano.
There was a couple who couldn't make it because they were out the way.
But the thing that flipped me more towards your way of thinking when you was obviously Cancelo and Neves played the night before in America and flew back. I know Neves was his best mate and carried his coffin and stuff like that. But the fact that they flew
from America
across from the other side of the world, and Cristiano's only got to go
an hour away. Yeah.
But then I can see his argument, and I can see his sister. I'll go, you're not in their shoes. It's hard to call it. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I think he should have been there. I'm coming more down to your way of thinking. But I also think he was damned if he did, and he was damned if he didn't.
I just don't think it would have been as much of a Cristiano show as he's thinking it would have been, because it was Diogo Jota's funeral. It was a high profile. It was a high profile footballer anyway. It was like one of the best centre forwards in the Premier League. When he wasn't injured, I don't think it would have been like his dad's funeral, where that was Cristiano show. I don't think it was anywhere close to being that, because there was so many high profile players there
there's
anyway.
Even a chance of that. Can you see why he's stayed away?
No, I just think that's Ronaldo thinking, I'm Ronaldo.
Yeah,
I just think that's
see why. I can see why, just because. And if he's got good intentions of just not wanting to make it about him, out of pure respect for the family and stuff, then
midfielder off, striker on.
But still, there was Salah, Alisson and Diaz who were too far away to get there or something in the time they were both. I don't know where Salah was, but the other two were in South America.
Nunes was there, wasn't he?
Nunes was there, yeah.
So he must have come from South America, or has he been all day in Europe?
I don't know where he was, but the others were Nunes with his missus, so I'm guessing he was on, because don't forget it, everyone's going back to training.
They were all coming in on the Monday.
So they were all coming in on the Monday.
Been, kind of UK bound.
Yeah, so I think Nunes might have come back a little bit earlier or something.
So why is Cristiano, who's an international teammate, not getting any sympathy from you, whereas Salah, who's his club teammate?
No, the one who's not getting sympathy is Diaz. Salah, and if you're out the way and you say, listen, I can't...
Who's not getting sympathy? Diaz. Luis Diaz. Hasn't turned up. Because he said he's in South America, which is okay. Listen, keep your nut down then. Don't go on TikTok with these social media influencers talking about you moved to Barcelona on David's funeral. Oh, I didn't know that.
So that's what's pissed me off about Diaz. It just... Now he's talking about that. I want to fuck off now. I'm not really bothered no more. I don't want to be here. Fuck off. Now, you've said you're not coming to the funeral because you're in South America. Fair play.
Lad, if you do one,
No, tell my job.
Oh, Eve right on nearly right into the
But
fray, yeah?
don't go on TikTok doing all my Shiva dances with these social media fellas talking about you moved to Barcelona. So that was...
Yeah, that's a little bit of...
That's pissed me off. That. With the others, okay, Salah seemed really distraught and he's telling him I'm scared to come back and stuff, and he's also been back on training today. I've seen a video of him going in. But, so some players are going to feel it more than others, I think. Still, some players, you're right. Van Dijk might have to be a proper captain. What do you mean,
proper captain?
No.
He's been fucking phenomenal for you.
No, he's off the pitch more now than what he ever has been.
Listen, Liverpool, as I've just told you, this is not Liverpool's first
rodeo
when it comes to tragedy. Like, Kenny Dalglish, those lads in the background who did so much for the Hillsborough families. What's gone on there? Not only that, all the staff who've grown on the journey with the club, who've been part of the fight for justice for the Hillsborough people, for the Hillsborough families for years. Like, the club will have, tough moments, but I'm looking at it going, they'll as a football club, Liverpool will find a coping strategy and a way of making it work.
I'd like to think so.
For them.
I would like to think so. I mean, as you're right saying, stuff what Dalglish and the players did.
Finish this.
Oh!
What a goal, lad. Just paid your transfer fee back. I do think it's a bit mad that you can buy players in the middle of this tournament. Like, they've just signed him and he's come in and banged 2 goals in.
I love that, though. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, that.
You could see that straight away. Got Thiago Silva outside, 1-on-1. I thought, fucking hell.
He stood him up, dropped his shoulder, and you just know where it was going, didn't you? As soon as he got inside there.
Well, look, Thiago, you big fat Brazilian lady boy.
Yeah, he's just...
I still think he's the most overrated centre-back.
Yeah.
Most overrated centre-half ever to have played the game of football. The most overrated centre-half ever to have played the game of football.
It's a big shout. Big shout, that.
I've never known a centre-half with that much talked about him as if he's like the best of the best up there with Beckenbauer and fucking Baresi.
He's nowhere near the best.
Everyone says that.
Oh, come on.
Who says that? I've never heard that.
Telling you, I've heard the nonsense out of them. And then the big thing for me was they were chatting all that, and then fucking Germany absolutely finger blasted them.
He did, yeah.
With sovereigns on in the Maracanã, 7-0, lad. They got
7-1, wasn't it?
They got 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, with a knuckle duster on off the kraut in the Maracanã, lad.
Yeah, they did.
8-0.
That was the but obviously we'd had a bit of beef. We had a bit of beef in the French press because for some bizarre reason he'd done an interview. They weren't even playing us, and he called me the Englishman. He said, but I hadn't said fucking nothing in France, and he just picked on me, Thiago. So I had to put a tweet out and say, who's this fucking... He hadn't been fit, he kept pulling his hamstring. I was like, who's this overweight Brazilian ladyboy who can't stay fit with fucking hamstrings made of cheese, talking about? I got a 2-match suspended sentence from the French authorities for homophobic slurs because I called him a ladyboy. But he does look like a ladyboy.
Saying that is just like, I can't believe you get banned for that.
The Dortmund manager got 6 games.
6 games?
For talking about... That
on
Dortmund manager got 6
TV.
games on the Under the Kosh podcast.
Something else,
He was on Under the Kosh. He was on the Under the Kosh podcast. He was having a joke saying, women referees, and he said, we've had a bit of a problem with them, especially when it comes to getting them parking on the match day in the stadium.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, that's
brilliant.
6 games. They've banned him
for
6
games off that.
6-game ban he got.
No.
So next season he's got a 6-game touchline ban
for having a joke. It was a joke.
Want that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's a
them
joke,
chocolate
but...
pretzels. Oh no,
they are
more
every
no, not for me then.
As if 6 games.
Yeah,
Can't even make a joke anymore.
You can't, especially if it's to do with women.
That's just funny. Right.
Has anybody seen in the Euros in Switzerland, I tried to show you this before, that they've changed the traffic lights? Cheers, Rob. They've changed the traffic lights, so it's it's obviously a red man and a green man, isn't it? Stop, go and all that. And they've changed it to the green is a woman kicking a football with a ponytail. I'm like, what the fucking hell's that got to do with people who are driving a car? Yeah, the Euros, the women's Euros on there. Oh, someone's gone, Do you know what? I actually wasn't going to watch the women's fucking Euros because it's crap. It's like watching fucking paint dry. But I've just seen that traffic light there, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to go home and sling the footy on. No, they're not. Save the money. It's another waste of money.
A substitution advert comes on.
Barclay card. Joe Pedro, I can't believe he's took him off and he's on Assi on his debut.
Fantasy Premier League, I'm scouting here and I'm liking the look of him.
Obviously,
he's going to...
Listen, the thing is, it's his fitness levels for your fancy team. He was good at Brighton because he was relatively cheap. At Chelsea, you're putting another 2.5 mil on him.
Yeah.
He's going to have Florian Wirtz.
He used to be like 5.5, 6.
There's Wirtz in there.
Oh, no, not to start.
No,
I'm not going to bowl him.
It's going to be
like
too much, I think.
It'll be 10 mil, 10.5 mil. Cole Palmer. It'll be Cole Palmer this year. It'll be 10.5, 11 mil him.
I definitely, he has to be, yeah. He will.
He'll
he has to be.
10, he'll be around.
Salah's salary 30, yeah, 13, 14.
13.5, 14, probably Salah, yeah.
But Liverpool's one way, because Salah goes in midfield, you've got to have him because he plays up front.
Gets the bonies and he takes penalties.
So you've got to have him in your team, no matter what.
Right, I have got a new game.
Oh, go on.
Try.
Okay.
Now?
Right now, yeah. You don't have to do anything, it's not like a quiz.
I've just been to Glastonbury, I've done 60,000 steps to Silverstone.
It's just
my brain's still frazzled.
It's a bit of fun. So it's called football darts. So I'm going to give you a team and we're going to start.
I've got the physique.
We're going to start with Everton.
I'm getting there though.
We're going to start with Everton. So you have to give me. So it's 5:01.
Lad, we're watching the international.
No, come on, no, I'm listening to this.
I haven't even been watching the game.
I'm listening to this. Go on.
It's 5:01.
Yeah.
And you have to tell me a player's appearances. So we're going to do it by club. So first club, Joe, for your benefit, we'll do Everton, just to see if you get it.
Appearances. I know what he's doing here.
Have footy knowledge.
No, listen, I'll just go. You got smoked by Josh last time.
Yeah. You
got smoked by Josh last time.
Stato's not here though, so
I've never played football, fucking darts, lad. Whatever you're saying here.
No,
I think 5:01. I'm gonna have to. If you say Brian McClare, how many Premier League appearances? You have to say 96, and that how many you're right or wrong.
So basically, you say how many appearances he's made, but you can't go over 180 or you bust. Okay, because it's darts.
He's played 200 fucking games.
But you bust.
So so you can't pick him then? Yes, so you need to pick the player.
I know what he's saying.
So
you give me the player
and
say Jagielka, whatever, just say you had 180 appearances. You've got a 180 there, but you can't go over.
So you can only have
180, so you're 3-2-1.
That shit though, you should bust. Should be bust.
But you can't bust.
You can't go over 180. So
if I say Jamie Carragher, I'm bust.
Yeah, so that's fucking 700.
So nothing comes off your score.
No, so he's bust. So
you've got to go for lower level.
Yeah,
so
I missed the board.
Someone who's in like that 180 range.
Sounds like a boss game, this. Honestly, I'm so excited for this game.
Fuck off then.
No, I am so excited.
I'm playing Noah, come on.
Fuck off.
Noah.
Let's have a run of it then, see how it goes.
So am I getting Liverpool, he's getting Everton?
No, he's both getting Everton.
Oh, well that's fucking...
No, give him Liverpool.
Go on then, do you want to do it like that?
Yeah.
That's fair enough then.
He doesn't know any other team or any other players. He can't see anyone else.
I went with Team Phone, I can't start searching.
You can do Liverpool or teams linked with players linked with Liverpool.
Right.
Places.
So, rock, paper, scissors, you start.
He can start.
Okay.
Mugs away.
Go on. So, give me a Liverpool player.
I'm going to go Daniel Sturridge.
Fucking hell, 87th games over a 16-year period.
So Sturridge
is it starts or appearances? What are you going on?
116.
What are you going on?
Appearances? 116.
So 116.
And half them was up.
Yeah.
That's a good score, that 116.
So 116. Joe?
For Everton.
Prechy.
Is he just appearances for the club in total?
Yeah.
So we need someone who's played about 2.5 seasons, don't I?
Yeah.
I'll go John Stones.
Oof, good shout.
It's only appearances for Everton.
Yeah.
Can't be for Man
City.
No, this is just for Everton.
Oh, right. John Stones must have done about 98 or something. Yeah, I'll go John Stones. 2 seasons he had, didn't he?
I reckon he's done about 100.
I don't know, that seems a bit...
He's done more than 2 seasons, hasn't he?
He only had 77.
There you go, that's all right.
That's not bad.
It's good, but it's a bit...
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not good enough.
I don't want to go like...
So, Joe, you've got 424 left. Campbell, you've got 385.
Okay, so my next one's got to be below 180. Again, 2.5 seasons. Guy, I'm looking at Andy Carroll.
I think you're undercutting yourself. I think it should be more. Andy Carroll locked in?
Andy Carroll locked in. Did have 90 odd.
Andy Carroll had
180,
90.
44.
44. Oh, he had the big injury. He had the injury, didn't he? Oof. Oh, yeah. He was injured for the big part.
44. So you're on 3, 4, 1. Joe?
I'm going to go Myalenko. He's had a few seasons. He must be about 100 now. Be lower than 100.
You want higher than 100 though?
I know,
Yeah.
but
110. It's not a bad score.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
110 isn't bad.
Oh, fucked up there.
So you're on 3, 1, 4. Cambo, you're 3, 4, 1. Off you go.
I'm going to go with...
Chance.
Why didn't he hit the...
Oh!
Confidence.
I'm going to go with... John Scales.
3 seasons there. Had load of injuries though.
He had 3 seasons, but he was injured. So I'm reckoning at 150.
65.
What?
John Scales,
65 for John Scales?
He only
He had
played
loads of
94
injuries.
to 96.
He had loads of injuries. John Scales.
I thought he was
Loads of
over one.
injuries.
I thought he was well over 100.
John Scales was always injured at Liverpool. What's he got left, lad?
Cambo's got 276 left. You've got 314.
John...
You're right. You want to?
No cheating, no cheating.
No clues.
Fuck off.
No,
Shut your mouth.
314. I don't want the
You just want,
Can't go over 180 though.
I know that, lad. I
You
know
want
that.
180. Let's try and get a bit more fucking.
I know that.
Shit the bed,
I've got 77 and then 110, so I want someone over 110. 2 seasons. I don't need it.
I've got mine next, I think.
I think you're thinking
So
more.
I'm going to go
4,
Jared
5
Bramthwaite.
seasons.
I'm going to go Bramthwaite.
You've only had two seasons.
I know, I just want it. Let's
Okay, alright.
this one. You probably have 70
60 odd,
appearances there.
60, 70. He's going
70.
safe, yeah. You're going middle of the board here,
That's
aren't you?
very
winner, lad.
safe. Like
Getting the job done.
75.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do me. Just taking it away.
Can I go Fabinho?
Go whatever you want, mate. Let me just fucking do the maths here for Joe.
I'm going to go
For
Fabinho.
Joe, you'll have 240 left. And
Fabinho Fabinho had 3-4 seasons, but injured quite a bit. 110, 120.
Fabinho, 151. A very, very good score.
Oh, I'm going to have to come in with Tarkowski here then. I have to throw Tarkowski. Must be over 100 Tarkowski.
1-2-1 left.
One,
Doing
two,
the maths
one
on
left.
the
You've got
idea.
1-2-1
Yes.
left.
Slated.
This way to get hard.
Cambo's got 1-2-1. Who did you say you gone with there?
Tarkowski. He's on his third season, isn't he? Third season.
1, 2, 1.
It's a good 140 him.
So I got...
109.
All right.
It's not a bad one.
It's not bad.
No,
You're
I
very
thought it
close,
was
yeah.
more, wasn't
So you're
it? Great
on
effort there.
1-3-1 plays 1-2-1.
I have 1-3-1 left.
Basically, if you both get it now, if you both go over, whoever's
bust.
closest wins. Basically, so
Oh,
because
right,
we'll be here all day if not.
Yeah,
do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're right, yeah.
So, well, if you both got
How many have I got left?
1-2-1.
I'm going to go with Luis Diaz.
Who came in with them? Tarkowski. Myalenko. They were Lampard signings. So I kind of need a Lampard signing.
103.
What have I got left there, son?
He's been there longer, but he's missed a few games.
18 left.
All right.
Oh, 18 left for me.
I'm going to go with Drissa Gay.
Oh, he's been back and forwards, hasn't he?
I think he's going to be about 150. I think I'm going over here. What did you get there? What do you want
I've got 18 left.
18 left, dude.
Yeah. I had Diaz, he had 108 or something. I knew he was in the 100 club.
I think a Drissa Gay is going to be like 140. I'm going to take me over there by about 10.
So
No,
he's had 99 plus
Yeah.
95. Yeah, he has.
He's miles over
99. What's that?
Yeah, it's
99 plus 95 is
180.
194.
It's 180.
Boost.
184. Hang on.
Yeah.
194.
No,
Yeah,
90
bust
plus
there,
90 is 180.
Yeah, I'm over.
Yeah. So
Bust.
on 100,
It's 194.
180.
Either way, I'm
Glad
fucking
you've
bust.
gone miles over there.
I've gathered that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do the maths on that. So Cambo, 18 left.
18 left.
Basically, just need to get inside Joe and you've done him, yeah.
So
Can you get 18? You've
I know,
got
I'm
18
gonna- I'm gonna
appearances.
try
If you do it,
that's what I'm going to try.
Oh,
and
right.
do.
so
Man
from
who's
the
gone to
shop.
Leverkusen, he can't be far off 18 appearances.
No, it's more than that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. It's more than 18. Can't it?
Ben Doak or someone.
I'm going to go with
Dad.
at the sub. I'm going to go with.
Trying to get 18 on the nose, that's all we're thinking of here.
I know. I'm not going to go... I'm thinking Stephen Corker or someone, but I'm not going to go in because I know he hasn't only had a couple.
He'd be less than that.
Be less than that. The midfield kid, no, he won't because Bajetic, he played loads of games and he played loads of games, Bajetic, he was over.
Well, let him pick one.
I'm just thinking.
I'd go off someone.
I think Quantum must only be 18. More appeals.
No, he's more. Quant's got more than that.
He played all the FA Cup games and then the League Cup games and the leagues.
Adrian.
Oh, I know you've missed out. You could have had. We would have got you there. Chiesa.
I was thinking Chiesa.
You got 5.
Chiesa must have got 7
Chiesa
or 8.
Chiesa's got 5. So the cups as well got 7 or 8.
Adrian's got
He might have
14.
So Adrian's got 14.
4 away.
That's 4, but how will we work this now?
Because I fucking won. That's how you work it.
No, he's got to get to 0. He's got to get to 0. You've got to get to 0.
It's impossible to get
So you've bust me, I've got to go again.
Bust, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so if you get more than 180, you bust, you've got to go again. So I'm still where I was.
That's right.
You've got to get to 0. You've got to get it on 0.
Yeah, obviously.
But
You're having
on
a 0
4
yet,
now
and
and
Joe
you
bust.
Yeah.
You get
So
someone who's got 6.
so Joe's got another goal now.
4. You've got to find someone who's got 1 or 2 or to nip away. You've got to get to 0. There's a better way of playing it. Well, better game. So I need somebody. What have I got? 1.
You've got 1-3-1.
1-3-1.
I've got 4.
Don't want to play this game. Look at him.
And I've got really competitive, haven't I? Beto. Lad.
Yeah, you're going to be
Chipping
off.
away, lad. I'm just chipping away. He's got to get to 4. Must have 50 Beto.
60. So he's had 60.
So I've got 4.
71, Joe.
71, right. Who's
I'm going to go
here for 18 months.
Sean Dundee.
Who the fuck that?
Nah, you've got to. You're bust. You bust.
I'm
you
not.
bust. He's over 4. He's had more than 4 appearances.
It's about 3, 2 or 3. I'm sure he played 2 or 3 times Liverpool. That was it.
3.
Told you.
Good. Got 1 to get. Who are you going to get? Who's
One.
got 1
I've got
cap?
1.
Yeah, you must have someone who's got 1 cap.
I know.
So what do I need to get?
I know he's got 1 cap, and he
We've got
come on and play
71
centre forward. And he's a centre half.
Oh,
I've
God.
done it.
I've got to find someone who's got 1. Who's
I've
got.
done it.
What have I got to get? Here.
71.
71. He will have 71 appearances for Everton.
He came on for Liverpool. He's a centre half, and he played centre forward for 1 game.
Stephen Corker.
71
Stephen
appearances.
fucking Corker.
Yeah, but Def only played 1 game, like in all competitions.
Yeah, he only played once for us.
Ever.
Ever.
Step foot on that pitch.
He did,
once.
Ever.
yeah. He did.
Once.
He's got it, yeah.
And he came on as centre forward. I remember the game. He was
Joe
there.
snipes this out, yeah.
I've
If
got to
Joe
get
snipes
someone
me
who's
out,
got
I'll
exactly
get off.
71 appearances.
I'm getting off. If Joe snipes me, I'm getting off.
We'll just reference it if Beto's got 60 there. I didn't think he had that many.
We need someone with 70.
Prechi.
71 appearances for Everton.
What about that clown from Leeds, from New Zealand, Harrison?
Jack Harrison, no, he's had 2 seasons, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going Jacko Harrison. Jacko Harrison.
Oh my God, that could be close,
Shout
you know.
out, you know, I don't like
That could
him.
be close.
I don't like him, as you know.
2 seasons, he's had a few
He'll have
he's missed a
played
few.
72 here just to piss me off. What?
That'd be possible.
Oh, don't kill me. I've won it with Stephen Corker, so don't kill me.
It's 63.
Oh!
That me a dress a gay
He's
thing.
just like
Kill me, Annie.
farted, yeah, Stephen Corker. 1 game, come on, centre fireworks, and that was it.
He says he's had 3.
Oh! Oh, lucky lad.
Lad, this is all
Bust,
competitions,
he's bust,
remember?
lad. Back to 1, lad.
Back to 1.
What am I on here? How much is this for?
You're on it.
620 quid here.
Stephen Corker, come on, centre forward for us
Well,
once.
obviously fucking not.
It says he's 3
Stop
times.
arguing
lad.
with the internet, lad.
He would have played, like, I know we wouldn't...
How confident
This is
he
not
was
just
as well.
Premier League, by the way, this is like all competitions.
Yeah, unlucky lad. What's it? Your boss lad, he's got 1 left. You've got to find someone with 1 appearance. How many have I got to find? 6?
It's 8.
8?
It's got to be someone out of the U team, innit? Somewhere down there.
Yeah. Who's the boy? Harrison Armstrong. Dicey played him a couple of times this season. I think he's only like 3 though. Might be 2 or 3.
Oh, I've got it. Got it. What's his name?
Goalie.
No, it's the
3, Joe.
3.
Okay.
Oh, I think I've got the net. So I
What's
need
his
4.
name?
5.
5.
What's his name? The winger.
5.
The little black kid.
I'm not... Dad, don't say anything.
Oh my God.
The young 16-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
I know his
No,
name.
he's got more than that.
He hasn't. He played
the
once.
League Cup.
Yeah.
League Cup.
He's
Played the League Cup.
Must have played League Cup.
Played League Cup and FA Cup. Against Accrington Stanley, playing the League Cup as well.
I'll stop you there. He's got
Against
0.
Villa. What?
He's got 0.
I watched him play for Liverpool, so he hasn't got 0.
Played against Plymouth. He
See,
definitely played
I'm
against
arguing with the
Accrington.
internet here because I've seen him play at Anfield in front of my own eyes.
That's Noah. The internet doesn't lie, lad. Doesn't lie.
Okay.
One Wikipedia.
It's got to be another goal here.
Oh.
So I need to find 5.
No, okay.
Wait,
Wait, it says 0, but it's not. But I haven't said his name yet, have I? So I don't even know what it is. Okay, I'm going to go with...
What does that mean? If that means
Why
appearances,
is Jackson leaving that?
I'm going to go with the Polish...
for a goal.
The Polish keeper we've got.
Need his name, full name. Correct
I
pronunciation.
know his name.
Listen, I've been to... I'm here.
Come on, how long's you getting here?
Oh, the Scottish kid.
Lad,
The Scottish kid.
I
What's
don't
his name?
want to take back what I said about that kid. If you can get his name.
He's got one game.
Yeah,
He has. I've watched him. In Rio.
Ferdinand.
Rio.
His name is Rio.
Throw a name out there.
Rio and Gue. Rio and Gue.
Rio and Guma.
But do I
Yes!
get a chance to
Since
find
Campbell went first,
Since he went
you have to
first.
snipe
Okay,
7.
snipe me with that. How many have you got to go?
5. Someone who's got 5 appearances.
You're not getting that.
It's going to be hard, isn't it?
5 appearances.
There's the
Rio and Gue. So I'm on the...
Dixon, who Dicey put in, the right back who played a couple of games, but I think he only got like 3 games. We need someone who's played 5 games, someone who's played for Everton, but like not really played for them. So someone with
A keeper?
No, it won't be a keeper, lad.
Could be. What's?
No.
Just a couple of picks, like, a couple of leagues.
I'm trying to give him tips. He's fucking... I don't want to be...
Oh no, he's paid more.
Barry Horn.
I'm thinking about the lad who came from Wigan, the Wigan keeper, the Spanish keeper, Joe
No.
Robles or something. But
He played more. He
than that.
played more.
About 8 games.
Who's the one you've just let go?
I'm going to go for Begovic.
Begovic.
I think he'd be less than that. I think it's like 3 games. Not a bad shout, but the boy Dixon, the right back Dixon.
How many have you got to get? 5?
5. I think he's got like 2.
Lad, if you get 5 here, I'm going to cry.
He's got 3.
Yes!
I already checked after you said
What
his name.
was Begovic? But Begovic, you got me there.
I was competitive
3?
there, me.
According to Wikipedia, Begovic had 4. He was being 1 off anyway. Good effort, though.
Ah, well played, lad.
Yeah.
Good friendly, that. Well played, lad. Well played.
friendly.
Play for money next time. Good game, that.
Bit of fun.
Fun time. Chelsea absolutely
Fun time, Frankie.
cruising.
Yeah, they've took the foot off the gas, haven't they?
Absolutely cruising. And I can't see how Chelsea beat Paris Saint-Germain in the final. I can't see how Real Madrid
I
beat
think
Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final.
Paris are going to have too much for them.
But Bayern gave them a right scare the other day. Bayern were, I think, decent in that game. I think PSG are the best team in Europe.
Yeah, I think they are.
But I think Bayern showed that they're not, unbeatable. I think there'll be loads of teams. Chelsea will certainly give them a game in the final should they get there. But I don't think they'll be able to beat PSG.
The fans are crying here. These Fluminense fans.
Yeah, because it's like the fucking literally like the World Cup for to win it. Like these are desperate to win it, and I think that Thiago and the is it Fabio, the keeper, like both fucking 40 and 41. I think for the Brazilian side and the South American side, I think this is massive compared to what the European sides have approached it with. I think for the European side, they want to do great in it, but it's still an end of season. It's not like the Champions League. Whereas I think for the South American side, I think this is a lot more of a bigger deal. But they've had that chance cleared off the line. They haven't really.
Apart from that one, they've had one attack.
They've
what I've noticed,
puffed, haven't they? They haven't really stretched Chelsea at any point. Not that I thought they would because of the quality and the money Chelsea spent.
With Pedro, because I mean he's done nothing but score 2 goals, which is great. That's what you want from your centre fireworks, isn't it? I mean, he's linked up a little bit, he's done a little bit, but he scored 2 clinical, really good goals.
Would 60 million for João Pedro at 23 not represent better value than 120 or 150 for Isaac at 25?
My worry with Isaac would be the same as João Pedro, is the injuries they can't really stay fit a full season, can they? I think Isaac's a better player, I just don't think anyone would disagree with that. So I know what you mean, the gap if João Pedro's, what was he, 60?
I think they paid 60 for it, but he had the clause, didn't he? So they've obviously activated the clause.
So Izzy's at twice the player João Pedro is for 120.
It's nearly 3 times the player, isn't it? By the time you get, if you do manage to force Newcastle's hand, I would imagine that's going to be at least 125 million.
I reckon you're right.
I mean, usually chop it down because you go, yeah, but we're only paying 100 and million, but it's all linked to add-ons and net spend. As you find a way of somehow you find a way of you haven't spent a fucking penny this summer. Somehow you'll turn this into, well, we've only spent 14 million.
No, we won't be this summer. See, that's why you won't. That's why
you might as well just keep fucking
running
the stadium,
run right around,
right at the airport. Fucking get yourself to JFK and get yourself a fucking
get in the shower.
Get yourself to departures. Like just that. That's especially when João Pedro's put to.
You should give it a go.
It's not even hitting the target. That was disgusting. Isn't it? Don't even get a corner out of it. Look, Cole Palmer's like, fucking get rid of him. He's gone. Jackson won't be at Chelsea at the start of this season.
Takes him.
No chance.
Everton.
They've signed the lap for 30 mil and Pedro.
That's a great
Pedro's
signing,
banged
I think he goes abroad, Jackson.
He got himself sent off stupidly early on in the tournament and has given them they just see you later.
Yeah, the lap for 30 million. I think that could be one of the steals this summer, you know.
I don't think the lap should have gone to Chelsea. I don't think he's going to play.
I think you're probably half right. I think he would have been.
Pedro is going to be the main centre forward if he's fit.
I think his better move probably would have been to Everton, to be honest. For give him sign a 3-year deal with a 2-year left.
Play every week at Everton.
Yeah,
be a squad player at Chelsea.
I think you're right. I think he's at that. How old is he? 21.
It's only a baby, yeah.
So he's still got loads of time. Go to Everton for a couple of seasons, or even Villa.
Wade in here, though, won't he? Be getting like fucking over $100,000 a week.
But you got to
don't forget, lads. As a player, you fucking back yourself to play.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm better than him. He's gone. I'm signing for Chelsea. I'm better than Jackson.
Yeah, so you got to give him a bit of kudos.
Nah, fucking João Pedro's coming in, but he'll be sitting there going, I'm better than him. Because if you don't, you won't be there. If your mindset isn't, everyone who comes in, you're like, yeah, you've signed someone. I'm fucking better than him. So that's got to be your mindset, because every season or every time the transfer window opens, they're always looking to fucking upgrade positions. So you haven't got that mindset and your head goes down the moment bit of competition comes in, then you're in the wrong fucking trade and you need to be shipped on.
See, that's why he's better than Trent.
Who?
Rhys James.
He can't stay fit though.
I know he can't stay fit, but just his game, his play, his tackle, he stood the defender up, showed him going one way, went with him, took the ball off him, stayed on his feet and carried the ball away. Trent has never done that in his Liverpool career.
No, but obviously
he can't stay fit.
I don't think there's any doubt that Rhys James has enormous potential. Just staying fit, isn't it? It's getting a run of games over a couple of seasons. There's rumours he is going to Arsenal.
Just a rumour.
So Arsenal have signed Zubamendi.
Yeah.
Norgard from Brentford. That's another big fucking meathead in the middle.
Yeah. Well, he's
taking Gorges. The centre forward, down the track
long
with
throw-ins and corners and free kicks. That's what he wants. All three of them. Oh no, Zubamendi's quite small, to be fair.
Zubamendi hasn't got Zubamendi's great on the ball.
So I'm going. So you've got Thomas Partey. I take it's been shipped. As he
where to?
He got shipped.
Strange ways.
What was it? 3 days later. Did he come out saying that he's done with 5
dodgy as fuck.
It's dodgy from Arsenal because they were backing him as well, you know.
No, they sold him. His contract's up.
It's just a free transfer.
Contract, yeah. Like a few days after it finished, it's come out.
But it come out. Just the Athletic reported he was bailed 7 times during his Arsenal career.
I shouldn't laugh because it's fucking
7 times.
But everyone knew.
I know
everyone knew. Everyone was talking about it online. Everyone knew in the stadium.
Apart from Arteta, it was going, what he's been through.
This is what I can't get my head around, right? This is what I can't get my head around. The most woke club in Wokesville, Arsenal. Yeah. You've got the women fucking stadium selling out, all of Burke's marching, singing songs, and then you've got an airy apist.
Yeah, one of your better players, are you offering...
7 times bailed by the police, and you're carrying on your banner of woke. Like, that just shows you. Yeah. It's like the fella who founded Pride got nicked for fucking...
raping kids.
This is what it's about. This is what it's about.
Virtual signaling, that's all about.
How can you virtue signal at that level? How can you be the wokest club in Wokesville and at the same time have a player who's got 5 rape charges, bailed by the police? Like, maybe one you go, Fucking hell, we don't know what's happened here.
Even two, you're thinking it's a bit dodgy. 7 bails, Jordan.
Five charges or 7 bails. You've got
different
to say,
women.
Listen, we need to take this cunt out the firing line.
Well, it was right.
We need to take this cunt out of the firing line because clearly
something's happening.
Doesn't mean no to him.
Well, someone put a tweet up the other day. It was good about Everton saying Sigurdsson, without being charged, got shipped to fuck.
Well, we don't know what happened with Sigurdsson, but Sigurdsson, as soon as the rumour was there, was cleared out. Done, never played for Everton again.
Yeah.
This fella's had 7
bails.
Now, he is innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
We've seen many fucking cases where, even the Puff Daddy stuff, haven't you, recently? Like, where the press get away and fucking convict you when the reality hasn't kicked in. What I'm laughing about here is I'm going, like, how can the wokest club in Wokesville?
Yeah.
Like, one, you go, fucking hell. But 7, you go, come on.
It was Arteta's comment to me where he was like...
he said...
he's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot. A lot of what? Women.
A lot of rapings.
Yeah.
A lot of hairy apings.
He's been through a lot of Jorex.
Allegedly.
He's innocent until proven guilty. He's been charged, but he's still innocent until proven guilty.
On another note, someone just donated...
Benjamin Mendy was the same.
Someone just donated £1.99. Hi, Joey, mate. Pigeon God is a big fan of you and the pod.
Who is?
Pigeon God.
Pigeon God?
Don't know what
this
that
is
means.
one of your jokes.
Pigeon
Sorry,
God?
Sambet. It's like, if you want it to pop up on the screen, it is a £5. I must say that.
What is this?
What are you doing?
Super chat.
This is Noah's little side hustle.
I didn't even know this.
Noah's side hustle, yeah.
If you want to do it, you can do it.
Anyway, thanks for the...
Thanks for the £1.99.
Sambet, thanks, mate. Pigeon God, thanks.
£1.99.
That'll be going into our milk fund for our cup of teas every stream. So thank you.
Yeah. We have to call out the Wokers Club in Wokesville because there's been no fucking mention of it. There's been no.
It's got brushed under the carpet massively.
If I fart in public, it's fucking
Daily Mail first front page.
Anything, This fella's been going around getting really touchy-feely.
Allegedly.
With lots of people who didn't want the touchy-feely. So, where's this all happened then in this club
in this country?
What's it, Block 9? In Block 9.
Yeah. I wonder why I was dead sore the next day. No, it's not funny at all, but...
Everybody knew. It was like the worst kept secret on the internet.
Unnamed 30-year-old Premier League player it was.
But like...
Everyone knew.
Because he was turning up week in, week out, I was going, the Wokers Club in Wokesville, this must be an internet furore that hasn't, they've taken 15 and ran away, like multiplied it and ran away with it. There'd probably be a little bit of truth here. He might have had his collar felt by the police on something and the internet's ran amok with it. But then when you read the reality of it, 5 charges, 7 bails. You said
7 bails.
How have the Wokers Club in Wokesville not stepped in here and gone, by the way, this is going to damage our brand because we're the Rainbow Club. We are the North London Rainbow Warriors. And we have massive recruitment drives to get all the fucking trannies and the fucking weirdos in our stadium to fill it out on the woke WSL games. And lying in your team is somebody who no means yes to.
Yeah, it's not.
Allegedly,
it's mental. But again, Arteta's comments about it is like, what the fuck is he playing at?
But what I can't get here is Mendy never played, like Man City, Benjamin Mendy, and then it turned out that...
Yeah, whatever happened with me, but that was a one. It was a bit of a grey one.
Weirdness.
Bit of a grey.
It was a weird scenario.
And he's ended up suing City, hasn't he, still? But I mean, it was City done the right thing. I think I just said, listen, okay, until this is sorted,
but again,
you're gonna
from Arsenal's perspective, unless he's found guilty, like... But also, you go, maybe after the 4th one, you go, we're going to have to take this cunt out the firing line here because you got real fucking sticky fingers.
They'll obviously all know what's going on.
But at what point, after the 6th one, do you go, fucking hell.
And whose decision was it to keep him?
Well, one is enough to make you go, hang on, we're the Wokers Club in Wokesville. We maybe need, one, but it could, we have to wait for judicial process to pass. 2, you're going... Okay, this is fucking... It's a bit weird.
7.
1 parking fine, you go...
Yeah, he's
a bit careless.
Sloppy.
2 parking fines, come on, lad.
Hang on a minute, what's
7
going on?
Parking fines, you're going...
Taking a piss now.
Do you know how to park? Like, do you know what you're doing here? Do you actually fucking know what you're doing? Do you know the rules of the land? Do you know you're not in the fucking Serengeti here, hunting down fucking Maasai warriors here? You know that when they say no, it means fucking no.
But is it again, because where he's from, I might be going off on a big mad tangent here, and I might have to Google it before I say anything wrong.
He's Cameroon, isn't he?
Ghanaian, isn't he?
Oh, Ghanaian. What are you saying? It's like rape. It's extra rapey out there. There's rape in there, but what the fuck? What?
Careful what you say. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying that on the show.
Oh God, daily. Oh my God,
daily. So,
okay, so it says in Ghana Police Service revealed that
305 women were raped in 2022 daily.
My God, how many people
And
does
it was
Ghana have?
it was 504 in 2019.
Yeah, so let's compare that to other countries though for a bit of
no, I've listened to a fella speak on it.
Can we need to
UK.
compare some other countries just
UK.
for no, how many people are in Ghana? We need after that. UK, just you put UK in there.
UK first.
Okay. Look, a rape reported every hour in London. So we have more.
March 400 people and 16. 2 million people.
Doesn't need to give us the numbers, does it?
Doesn't know.
Anyway, we can say the Ghanaians are
very touchy-feely.
But we need to, it's hard to put the numbers out there without the context, so it's hard, isn't it?
But I read an article, I think it must have been in the Telegraph, but I mean...
I've got thick socks on, to be fair.
Either way, it's a strange conundrum for Arsenal to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange...
Yeah, rape victims in Ghana are being forced to pay 2 months' wages for a medical exam.
Yeah, this is...
There's something that was going on anyway. I read there was a very serious problem they had in Ghana.
Well, I would imagine... you know, in Africa, I would imagine it's a little bit different to here in terms of like culturally, you know, it's a little bit less protection for people in terms of there's not as much CCTV, there's probably not as many police per capita, and you know.
Yeah, no, you're right, but still, they can't come over here and crack on.
No, and also, by the way, it's still alleged at this point. He's been charged, but he hasn't been convicted of anything. So you know, we have to hold fire on that. But my thing is, how many parking tickets do you have to get before someone says, let's take the car off this fella?
You've been a manager.
Let's take the car off him. Like 1, 4, 6.
How would you, if someone of your players got arrested
for rape
and then bailed, you're for one case, you'd be
you're talking to him. Bear in mind, I signed Ched Evans, so because I knew what had gone on in the case and I knew the lad, I was like, he's not a rapist. Yeah. So I was like quite happy to, because I'd gone and found out what had gone on. That was one incident, so I've gone now. But that Arteta might have come to Arsenal's board and it's come across, and they've looked at it and gone, well, you know, they can see more of it than what we can because they're getting his perspective. And he's gone, this is what happened. But I'm saying, after the fourth one, surely you're like, fucking how many more fucking times, Thomas? Sorry, pal, but how many more times are you gonna fucking get nicked for this? Do you know what I mean? Or was it all in the one sitting? Has he been to one of fucking Diddy's freak-offs or something?
He's been to me factory with me.
Like, I'm like... So this is the thing. This is why the context is important. This is why I think Arsenal got loads of questions to answer. Because it's like, is this one separate incident? Or is this from us? Has he been really horny for a month or something? Like, what's happened here? What's gone on?
Is he turned down syndrome for a month?
7 times is a fucking lot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but is it been 2 parties? Has been, forgive the pun. Has it been like a couple of have they been from, or has it been 7 different occasions?
Since his first arrest in July 2022, Thomas Partey was arrested and questioned by police and bailed 7 times while playing for Arsenal. So that's since July 2022. So it's not one big party.
Questioned and bailed, all right. So, but is it the same person, or is
it the same case?
Like, no. Is it 7 different people, or is it the same? Do you know what I mean? It could be the same person 7 times who've made complaints.
Definitely different women.
Well, 100%. I've gathered if it's 7, but I'm saying it could be if we don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
Like, he could have been charged 5 times for the same person.
Someone just said they think they'd get in legal trouble legal shit basically if they suspended him and it turned out he was innocent, so he could end up
yeah,
suing
but
them
also
Mendy's the case is
but also how many times does he get nicked before you say we're going to have to take this fella out the firing line because you know there was rumours he couldn't go back to Spain and play in that Atletico game because the Spanish police were going to nick him.
There was a few ones in the Champo where he wasn't travelling with the squad and it was always Lindsay. I was just like,
and they asked Arteta. Remember they asked Arteta because they knew one of the journals knew he'd been pulled from the squad because of this, and Arteta, and they asked him, "Wait, what's he's injured?" He went, "Yeah, he's had a knock," and he went, "Okay, what is the knock they put? What is the knock?" He went, "He's had a knock." Just like sort of blank the journal.
I've seen the interview. I've seen the little clip.
So because the journal knew,
just fucked it because he can't say anything because you're interfering with a
legal case,
a live case, aren't you?
Yeah, because there's been text. The texts are wild as well. You know, on it. Have you seen this from the texts
Parties.
about the num and lube and all this that they took to the party?
Oh
my!
Lads,
can I stand how big his chopper is? He needs some num and lube.
He was like, I know you like this, so I've had to use num and lube. Yeah, these are some of the texts here. Thomas, this is not a regular argument. Did not be upset because it happened. I was violated. This is him. This is their text.
I don't even want to like.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to move on from this one because it's
like it is weird that the Wokers club in Wokesville that nobody's fucking protested it. So where are all these powerful feminists at Arsenal who fucking?
You're right. I've not seen any on Twitter or anything.
Where's the Arsenal ladies team? Where are they all? Why haven't they taken a stance and said, right, we're not fucking playing because dirty ticket there's been nicked 7 times. Fucking, we're not playing. We're taking a stand for women. We're not playing. They don't. Same with that Sam Kerr when she got offered it, didn't she? But we all seen what got said. Imagine that was a fella player. John Terry. Think of what happened to John Terry for what, and Suarez.
No one really knew what happened.
Got said there, and how no one's mentioned anything about as Chelsea sacked Sam Kerr.
No, they backed there.
So I'm going, and there was no. Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage about
it's different
the
rules.
Wokers club in Wokesville?
It's different rules, you know that.
There was a lower league club who, so the manager wanted to sign some player, and they found out that he was a rapist, and the women's team said.
It was David Good. Wasn't there something with David Goodwillie from Blackburn, or remember the boy? And he actually got acquitted of it.
Yeah, in Scotland. He got acquitted of it in Scotland.
They kept going back after him even afterwards to sack him.
The women said they want to fuck him if he comes to the club.
So, but this is what I'm saying. Where's the Wokers team in Wokesville's? Wokerati. Yeah. North London, fucking Keir Starmer, Camden, fucking woke, fucking nonsense potters. Why haven't they been up in arms? Because if they're drinking in them boozers in Camden, and we all know in the north here, like that Thomas Partey is a fucking wrong'un. How are they just carrying on as if nothing's happened? Yeah. Just sticking their head in the sand, and I'm like, you fucking virtues. Where's Gary Lineker? He's crying about people in all parts of the world getting atrocities done to them. Why isn't he taking a stance here? If he's woke and he wants to stand up against it, why isn't he saying shouldn't be playing for Arsenal? Him
righty.
Again, where are they? Now I get it's hard for them because
they're in a position.
It's a
are they being told
legal case, but I'm like,
no, it is. That's probably why, you know. I mean, I don't think
you don't listen to the law. Like Tommy Robinson, whether you like him or not, went to jail because he didn't listen to the court, and he went, I'm putting this film out, this silence documentary, this is going out, and if you want to arrest me for it, which they did, they banged him up for it.
Yeah.
But he went, no, I can't live with myself for not saying something about this because I know what's happened is not what's happened.
And it comes out it did happen. Whatever it is.
No, he was talking about the kid in the school where in the documentary where they made it out, Piers Morgan and all that, to be like the kid had been filled in as an immigrant, and it actually turned out he was a little bit of a fucker. Yeah. And of course fucking murder, he did girls and all.
Yeah.
And that's what I think he was trying to explain now, the judiciary and that were bent and they'd covered it over, and you know, the media ran with the story. There's a few people who I don't like, fucking McDonald's, in the video, who ran with the story and made this, the lad who'd been videoed doing it, life hell. He had to move, and they had all Islamic fucking vigilante mobs. They had to go into witness protection. I think Tommy Robinson took them into his house, didn't he? the young kid. And then when it came out, it wasn't necessarily the way it was played out, but the media had ran with their angle of an immigrant being picked on, this young kid in Leeds, and actually that wasn't true. And when he tried to expose that, there was a big cover-up that took place where they paid off all the school teachers and all that. That was what that documentary was about. Anyway, because of the contempt of court, he ended up doing 7 months in solitary, and they fucking made his life hell. But he spoke up. He went, no, I can't fucking, I've got to say what I'm saying, and the consequences are what they are. Where's all these woke fucking warriors that we see? They're crying because a fucking couple of dinghies get slashed in the channel, and you know they want all these fucking RNA lifeboats to bring all these immigrants in. Well, there's an immigrant who's come in here, Thomas Partey. Well,
just because he's a famous footballer.
Just because he's a famous footballer, he's still an immigrant.
He's still coming over to work,
and he's actually violated
the law.
Allegedly violated.
He's been charged. So
somebody's daughter, a few people's daughters. Where's the wokerati? Where's the outrage? Where's Gary Lineker doing a thing over Emily Mateless and crying on the thing about the tragedy of, you know, the girls who've been sexually assaulted by this fella, or allegedly sexually assaulted by this fella? Where are they? Where's the outrage from the fucking Wokers club in Wokesville?
You know, it's again. I think it'll come out in the wash.
Civil war. As soon as we sort this civil war out, and we can pick sides. As soon as we can fucking sort this country out.
I think you might be half right with it. There's a legal case that's ongoing. There's nothing. You're only being charged a minute. When if something does come of it, I'd like to think that there will be a lot more news about it.
It's too late. He's played all the games. He's run his contract down. He's gone.
And I think Arsenal should.
So if Arsenal won the league this year, since 2022, and he does, you know, they've actually had someone who, let's be honest, shouldn't have been playing.
Yeah.
Based on his behaviour.
Yeah.
Playing.
No, it's but it's mad because everyone knew at the time he shouldn't be playing. He was getting booed every time he touched the ball off some grounds. He was getting booed. Everyone knew.
Yeah, the internet knew, lad. The internet knew. I mean,
that must be his old coach or something.
The internet absolutely knew.
Pedro.
Easy for Chelsea. Easy. I mean, it was as easy as I felt it was going to be before the game. What's going on here? Lad, you love new phones, you know.
It's mad.
Love new phones. Love to. I've actually got a new phone. I've changed my phone, but like.
So you can't say that to me then.
No, I just had a natural upgrade. That's not that's a new phone. Now.
Oh, this is a Chinese.
But it's the same. It's the same. It's just new.
It's Chinese one. It's proper tracking me.
That is.
Yeah, Chinese.
Lad, the fucking CCP will be all over your internet searches, see you, mate.
Oh, you know.
Right.
I'm too old for all that.
The
CCP you need
CCP will be all over you.
Because
Joe Pedro,
I've got some work
superior
to do.
player of the match. This is what I love about it. They've changed it now because of the.
It's not even player of the match. It's not. That's the player of the match isn't woke enough. They've got to add the superior.
No, the thing that I get, which I love about it the most, is now they put the Michelob Ultra thing over the top. So they got rid of man of the match.
Yeah.
Right. Then they stopped giving you champagne because they went, "Whoa, the old spin bowlers won't be happy here because they don't drink alcohol." You know, we need to get rid of that. But now it's superior player of the match, and they forgot that they can't give you man of the match bottle of champagne because it's alcohol and it's against some religion. So now they've just got like a Michelob Ultra sponsor. It's like you've got that fucking.
It's just daft.
You've got that far down their own rabbit hole that they don't know what to fucking do anymore. So it's superior player of the match, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, and you won't get a bottle of champagne.
I'd like to understand, or just someone to come out and explain that. Whoever made that, why it says superior player of the match. Because there's no way it can be, you can't have man of the match in a men's game. There's no way.
So what do they, so this is the thing, but
it's
when you're in a women's
dressing
room, do they say, right, we're doing, today, Noah, you're picking up Laura from corners and we're going to player to player mark here. Go on. What? You mean man to man mark? No, player to player mark.
They will do that.
No, I've seen them try and do it and they keep slipping up. They keep trying to say, but man nets it in because it's man to man mark, or you know what I mean?
Man marking, call it man marking.
Doesn't mean.
It's like fucking.
You can't say
we're going to do player marking today.
Player marking.
Do you not do that every
yeah.
You know about?
No.
It's like, remember Sam Smith?
Player on. No, man on. Are you going to shout player on? Because everyone's going to go, what the fuck are you on about?
Remember Sam Smith and his fish at them shout? Sam Smith.
You look a bit like Sam Smith.
Shut up.
You do. Honest, genuinely.
Shut up.
I think you do. You look like Sam Smith if Sam Smith completely let himself go.
You look like Harry Potter if Harry Potter completely let himself go.
Harry Potter.
You've been getting a lot of Ralph Harris shouts, you, Joe.
Rolf Harris?
Yeah.
Has been getting
That's not good, is it?
No, it's fucking
Look
not
what
good.
you fucking could have won here.
Yeah. Play with your didgeridoo.
Was he a full nonce then, Harris? As we established, was he a full bacon bonce, was he?
Full on,
Do you know what? Another BBC childhood sweetheart, loved you all, loved him. No, well, can you see what it is yet? Can you see
It's a fucking
Bob
big
Ross,
penis.
see what it is yet?
Bob Ross.
No,
No.
fucking roll for
Bob
it.
Ross was sound. Don't diss
Can you
Bob.
see what it is yet?
Bob Ross is
Bob
not
Ross
that,
is
man.
Rolf Harris. Can you see what? Can you tell what it is yet?
Bob
Rolf
Ross
Harris.
is the late night painting fella who's look at this, just put a little dash here,
very calm
let me
and
just
relaxed.
a little line here, little line,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
blood,
And then it comes out like a fucking-
and
and now
that's
it's a
little
tree.
Now
I was like a Picasso.
Bob Ross was top guy. Rolf Harris on the other hand.
No.
What was he? Do you know what it is yet?
Do you know
Yeah.
what it is yet?
Yeah.
To be fair, he used to draw cartoons. I did like him as a kid in terms of because
Yeah.
he tried to draw
Bet you did?
cartoons. I never met him personally.
What's in your pocket, Rolf? Me didgeridoo.
Jim will fix it as well. I used to think fucking love to go on there and get Jim will fix it for something.
Rolf used to just
Yeah.
do, like,
If only you knew now what you knew then.
Yeah.
marks on the board,
Yeah.
didn't he? And then all of a sudden, a few little lines, it was fucking...
Fred the Weatherman
Yeah.
was another one.
Jim,
Remember Fred
Jim
the
fixed it for me to milk a cow blind.
Yeah.
Blindfolded.
Yeah, Jim will
Great.
fix it was like when you think about it, like really
Our childhood's full of nonsense.
everywhere. Bacon's everywhere.
Yeah.
When you think about it, absolute bacon bonces everywhere.
To this new scary one with him.
What
in
is it?
The
Brad
new
Pitt?
TV series with him in
Anyway,
Murder of East.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Right. We're not gonna,
I'm on my
We're gonna do the
holidays.
final. Should we do the final?
when is it?
Who cares?
Yeah.
When's the
Are you
final?
away?
Is it a midweek?
I should be I'm back next Tuesday.
Must be next midweek.
Next Wednesday.
Is it? It's got to be on it, yeah. I
If
go
it's
away
next
next.
Wednesday, we'll do it.
I think I go away,
I'll be
next
back.
Friday for 2 weeks.
It's tomorrow.
Turkey, not to get anything done.
You've not, wow.
Not
Nothing
get,
done.
Nothing done or not
Where about
getting.
Turkey going?
Sea Day.
Never even heard of it.
Just next to Antalya.
I'm sure George
You
has been
flying
there.
into Antalya?
Yeah. It's about half an hour from
The
Antalya.
13th of
It's
July.
got better that airport. They've improved it
It's
since
on Sunday.
Sunday.
I'm away.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So we've got another semi-final tomorrow, haven't we? And then the final Sunday. Then it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll be back soon.
Our main
Footy's
man's not
fucking
here.
starting soon.
Yeah, we'll have some things to do next week,
Yeah,
I'm
we'll have
sure.
The
loads.
Champions League draw
Look at
was
them
out this
buzzing
week.
there.
Champions League draw has already started. They've already started the knockouts for the Champions
was on
League.
tonight,
Yeah.
yeah. It was on tonight.
Already started.
Look at fucking BTEC Pep Guardiola.
Do you know what though? I think he's done a good job at Chelsea because it was chaos. Pochettino was considered a good manager. Couldn't get a turn out of it. Obviously, Graham Potter shit the bed before that. And I think Maresca's come in. I thought he handled this good start of the season by saying, hang on, we're a young team. And then when they had a dip, he wasn't getting carried away with the good start he made. And then when the pressure came at the end, he managed to get the job done and obviously won the Conference League, which they should have won, but still got to go and win it. And obviously qualify for the Champions League. I think he's made a fucking good start as Chelsea manager.
He's done all right. I mean, but I'm thinking he's done it as he should have done. To be honest, I think that was his minimum.
Lad, if you've got 42 players to look after, I'm telling you that for a rookie manager, which he is, he's only new to management. One season at Leicester. Did he have a season somewhere else before he joined Pep staff?
No, I don't think he was.
So he's a novice as a manager, and he's handled a very, very tricky situation where the owners are just buying players left, right and centre, and you're lumped with 40 odd players. Only fucking 11 of them are going to be happy. Only 11, trust me. Even the ones on the bench, they're going to be cutting you off. The ones left out the squad are going to be fucking sticking pins in the voodoo dolls of the other players. That's the way it rolls. He's got loads of them to manage. You haven't really seen masses of discontent. Even the lads who've been bit part players, apart from Jackson, really have all handled it. You know, in Kunku and that, handled not playing well. I think he's done a fucking great job, Maresca. And, you know, the fact that he's...
Argentinian captain, didn't he? He's captain for it. He was on the bench.
Yeah. Listen, I think he's managed the club superbly for his experience level, and you know he's managed to. I know they've got a good squad, but he's managed to navigate them by hook or by crook to, you know, Pep's considered the best manager of his generation. Well, they were out fucking 2 weeks ago, weren't they? They've been out for a while.
Yeah.
To ship a few of them out, like, didn't he?
Well, the problem they've got is their recruitment is buy loads of young players, spread the cost of that out,
It's a scattergun approach, innit?
and then you know
Some work, some won't.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get out. They've gone and splurged 60 for Pedro, 30 for Delap, 55 for Gittins, and is that all they've done? Have they not done? Is there not another one they've signed? Have they signed another? They've signed another midfield player, a Brazilian boy, because Cole Palmer was talking to him.
Young kid, he's not there yet. Is he?
All right, but they've signed him.
Yeah.
They haven't flogged anybody yet, have they?
No, they've got to
Well,
start selling now.
I've just seen they've got to sell like 100.
Madawaki's meant to be going to Arsenal. Madawaki's
Madwaki.
meant to be going to Arsenal. I
Yeah,
know,
no,
but
yeah.
he's linked heavy with Arsenal. Jackson will go. That Jackson's so bunging that into the side net, and that's the end of him and the sending off. He's done. So he'll move on.
There's the fella that they played big bucks for and he's sadly played with all the tattoos down.
Enzo? No, he's the best player now.
No.
Enzo Fernandez.
Jackson?
Oh, no. They've got...
Oh. No, that's in Kunku.
Mudrich. He's suspended. He failed a drug test.
Yeah.
It's on a drug suspension.
Yeah, he's got...
You've also got the kid, I didn't even think that. They've also got the young boy they took out of Barcelona, that Gui. Guy or G-U-I-U. Who's meant to be a really hot prospect. And they've also got Browyer's coming back from Everton. Everton haven't taken that long. I know, but I'm saying, I'm just talking about
so
how many
players,
fucking players they've got.
Ridiculous amounts of
Ridiculous. You're a young kid at Chelsea now, you're going, I'm off.
What's the point?
I'm fucking getting through here.
One of Liverpool's young lads.
After, yeah.
Bastards. They took one of ours.
Yeah,
No, we took that Rio.
We had Rio.
We took Rio. The winner.
Rio, Solanke just robbed off them. You robbed Solanke on a free off Chelsea.
Yeah, I think we paid about 7 mil or something.
Yeah, but you sold them for fucking 20, you took a profit of them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Sweet dreams.
us. Listen, thanks
See
for
you
joining
soon.
us. Pigeon, what was his name? Pigeon?
Thanks to £1.
Samba was the
Pigeon.
donation.
Pigeon man.
Thanks for
Appreciate the donation, lads. We'll get a pint of milk in
That
with
might
that.
get a razor for Joe's goatee and shave it off. That's what you're going to do. You shit the bed of fantasy footy, shave your goatee off.
I'll be doing that anyway.
Had the season well done.
Shave your head.
Yeah, you
Growing it for the year. It's on for the year.